Here we go again, baby. Let's go. Shib Army, welcome back to the channel. It's another beautiful day in the world of crypto, guys. Oh, yeah, we've got a lot to dive into. We've got the Crypto Breakfast Club X Space coming right up, so don't go anywhere. You guys are going to love the show we've got for you guys today. Over on the Breakfast Club, you guys know we do these X Spaces Monday through Friday now. Man, it's a beautiful time right now to be in crypto. There's no doubt about it. And lot to love about SHIB altcoin season right now. Everything is lining up perfectly for October. Everything looks really strong. This is why you stay in the game. This is why you don't leave the cryptocurrency market, guys. This is why you just stay in the game. You just continue to accumulate your favorite assets during those bear markets. Altcoin season index is climbing. It's something we track quite a bit. SHIB is climbing on the index. We're right here. SHIB now, the return over the last season, which is 90 days against Bitcoin, 11%, meaning retail money. As you can see, all those green bars to the left side of Bitcoin, those altcoins are all outperforming Bitcoin in the last 90 days. This is a very important metric to look at and watch because it shows us just where we are in the grand scheme of things. And man, it's been awesome to watch as Shiba Inu is breaking out as we speak, guys. Right now in the hourly, we can zoom into the 5-minute and see that SHIB is continuing to pace the market. And we just crossed over the 200-day moving average, which is a very, very bullish sentiment here. And we're getting ready for the Breakfast Club. We're going to be going live right now on X. You guys are going to be listening in. We love to see it, guys. We absolutely love to see it. Altcoin season is back. We are here. We are ready to take full advantage. I'm kind of back on the regular schedule. I got 5 hours of sleep last night. Decent. Got up at a decent time. I set my alarm this time, so. But I did get up in the middle of the night, well, when I couldn't fall asleep, and came downstairs and checked the markets for 4 or 5 minutes. Actually made a quick trade last night too in the market, which, with everything going on right now, there's so many opportunities. Pepe has actually been pacing pretty nicely here. Some meme coin plays I'm really liking. Pepe is definitely not dead. The Chinese Pepe. Forgot I had some assets there. Was loving that. Bull on Tron, one of my favorites here at 100 mil right now. This is where we caught Brett on a nice little uptrend. SHIB, of course, leading the way in the large caps. We're back up over a $12 billion market cap. Look at the last 2 days for Shiba Inu, guys. Look at those two big green candles as we're trying to climb back up into the mid twos and consolidate. Big time reversal, and we love to see it. Guys, we also love to see that it's 9:30 on the dot. You know what that means. It is time for the Breakfast Club. We are back in the building. We are back hosting the Breakfast Club. So you guys can listen in right here if you guys want to join the conversation. Of course, you can listen right here for the next 2 hours. We're going to be talking about Shiba Inu. We're going to be talking about the crypto market at large. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show because meme coins are leading the charge. And yes, meme coin season is here along with altcoin season. It's amazing. We love to see it. We love to see it. We're going to actually edit this real quick. Meme coin season is here. Let's do that. Meme coin season is here. Boom. There we go. Guys, welcome in. Love to have everybody here with us. If you're listening on X, you guys know the drill. Retweet it. Drop some comments. I'll be looking for comments. If you're on YouTube, you guys know. Love to have you. Love to have you guys here. Let's get it, man. We gotta roll. We gotta roll with the space here. We're gonna fire it up. We're gonna be live on X here in just a minute. If you guys don't follow me over on X, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You got to fire it up. We just did a big giveaway, which was awesome. We do these X spaces all the time. Tons of content coming out daily. So make sure you guys join us over here. People are starting to file in here on the space. And it's going to be a good one today, guys. It's going to be a great one today. What's your alert set on Shiba? For XT Algo, we already took some profits on our open trade. We already took some profits, but we have a long-term position in SHIB too. We're on the 5-minute chart here. We'll be watching it. But long-term, I mean, I'm looking at that $100 billion range here this cycle. Once things really, really heat up. So. Good morning. We are back. Yes, we are back. This is weird, man. I'm actually hosting the space again. This is weird. And I got some sleep. I feel like I'm back on our schedule. We woke up to Shiba Inu crossing over the 200-day moving average. Good morning, everybody. Let's go, baby. This is awesome to see. SHIB on the breakout here. In the last 48 hours, we have been pumping like crazy. And Zach, I know you're probably trading the hell out of this. I don't know if you saw my video 3 days ago, Zach, but I called this pump. And I know people will say, listen, you're right, every once in a while, but I got to give my indicator a plug. It called it on the 1 hour 3 days ago. I opened up a long position, actually using MEXI, and made a great play and already traded out of it, but I'm loving the pump. Obviously, I've got a long-term bag of SHIB too, dating way back to the beginning of 2021. So no matter what, we're always winning when SHIB goes up. But I love to trade within these different, pumps as well, like we had back in February and March and here again. But it's beautiful to see because things were setting up perfectly from a technical perspective with SHIB. We're just kind of waiting in the wing, waiting for things to pop off. One of the things we look at is the altcoin index. And I want to get into that a little bit today and talk to you guys about that because it's very crucial that we look at this. It's a great way to kind of measure where we are right now in terms of Bitcoin season versus altcoin season. I'll tell you guys this, things are flipping. And when I put meme coin season up there in the title, it's really altcoins in general. Meme coins right now, though, leading the charge of the top 100 cryptos that are up right now. You've got SHIB, Wormhole, Floki, Pepe, Bonk. I mean, 4 out of the 5 there are the top movers here in the last 24 hours of top 100 cryptos are meme coins. Pepe up 30+% on the week. SHIB up 45%. And really all of that coming in the last couple of days. How about Brett? Brett back up over $1 billion market cap. Dogecoin waking up from its slumber. Talked about Dogecoin for a while, accumulating that under 10 cents. That's proving to be a good move. Just checked my Robinhood account this morning, and it's all green. It's all smiles. So listen, guys, we are pumped up this morning. Happy to have everybody. We are back in the saddle. Pade's back in a co-host spot where he belongs. I'm just kidding, bro. You did a great job hosting. I appreciate you, bro. But I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back here with you guys and just super excited to talk about the markets today. I'm all fired up. Zach, what's going on, brother? What's happening?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Pade deserves the co-host spot. Good job, Pade, for all week. I was busy too, but Zach was enjoying himself. Yeah, the market's insane. I'm trading the hell out of it. I've been trying to slightly less trade the Ethereum stuff because gas is so high, but it's hard to deny the potential with Ethereum. So I know everyone's laughing at me, but yeah, SHIB is running. And like I said, when money comes in, they're going to go to the Doge, the SHIB first, and then things will trickle down. So, I would use Zach's indicator. I don't have it, but it sounds like it's been doing him very well. I need to check that out big time.
Shit, I still haven't given you access to that? I still haven't given you access?
No, you.
What the hell, bro? Oh, my God. Dude,
it's all good, though. I can use my brain, but I want to stop using my brain. Use your indicator.
Bro, I got to get you access to that. I got to get you access to that. Oh, shit. My bad, dude. Dude, please remind me, like, be annoying if I forget things. I'm all over the place, dude. I need, like, you know how it is, man.
Had a long trip.
Oh, you know what? We can be annoying, Zach, from Subway.
Yeah, I know we can if we want to. Yeah, right. And I'm like, who the fuck is texting me? It's this random number. And Zach, I'm like, how many numbers do you have? I have to put your number in twice now. But it's pretty funny. But I actually been swing trading the Nero one, the CTO with the other one. That one hit pretty crazy market cap when you were gone. Hit like 4 something.
The one that the one that got listed to Binance out of nowhere. That one.
Yeah. That was like 4. I gotta see what it is now. Trying to pull it up here. Fuck, where is it? But anyways, yeah, I've been SHIB is on fire. Which hopefully that brings up Bone Leash to epic levels. Obviously, my project's on ETH and Shibarium, so if Bone goes up, everything goes up. So trying to push that heavy. But SHIB is just, it is what it is. I mean, the average person, I even got my dad into it, and he doesn't know any. He's getting a headache learning about blockchain. I said, you don't need to know that much. Just buy some Ethereum, watch what happens, watch some videos. I'll teach you some stuff. But he's into it. He's like, I just saw a thing on the news. This guy Solana hit, made $200,000. I said, it's because he's probably knew some information on a shitcoin that pumped. He didn't just make that money just buying Solana. There's levels to this. So he's trying to understand that. And that's kind of what I'm saying about like SHIB and Bone and Leash. Like if you understand the ecosystem, why fucking not buy Bone when it's cheap? Like I said, like a month ago, it's going to run. Everything's going to run. It's just, it starts with the top first. And if you know how to play that, I would definitely check out Zach's indicator. Clearly it's making him money. So it's not financial advice, but don't be an idiot. Get his indicator. All right, I'll shut up now. It's all to you, Paid.
Yeah, and I will get you that access, dude. I'm pissing myself for forgetting. I got you, bro. I want to get you that because you're a heavy trader, and I think you'll love it.
Got y'all, bro.
Wait, what?
I got you, Zach, from Subway, not Paid XPO.
I could get it for you too. There's no problem, but you don't trade. You just hodl, so there's no use of you having it.
I'll learn to trade with the indicator.
I mean, this isn't a hodl indicator. This is like taking profits and making money. You know what I'm saying?
Paid's got to learn that because if he took profits, you wouldn't have to send him on trips. He could pay for himself.
Hey man, I'm happy to do it.
An agreement from month 1 when I was in here in the trenches, like I'm still in the trenches every day. Coming on here. Listen, ask anyone in this fucking room right now. When I was hosting, people were having a fucking blast. They were having a fun time. We had people doing announcements when we came in the room and shit. It was wild in here. Go listen to the tapes.
No, hey, listen, bro. You know, I only joke, man. I appreciate you, bro. In reality, because I was gone for a while there. The time difference was crazy. I just all over the place. But we're back in the saddle. We're back in the States. We're back on our regular scheduled program. And I love that we can, mess with each other and talk shit because that means we actually like each other. So if I talk shit about you, that means I like you. You know what I mean? So Paid, I appreciate you, bro. Seriously. Guys, we got about 430 people here with us live on YouTube and X, by the way, too. So we got some people rocking with us this morning. So if you're out there listening to us live, we appreciate you. And people here on the space, let's fire up these numbers here. Let's get some more people in here. So share the room, put some comments down there, drop it into your Telegram, spam your favorite chats or whatever. Do whatever you got to do because we got a lot to talk about, man. Just as we got on here, SHIB crossed over the 200-day simple moving average too, which was a key average to get over. That was our last hurdle. So now we are a buy zone across every moving average. That 200-day is a big one because it's the biggest data point. But are we going to get a market pullback here? I feel like it's kind of like that point where everybody's really, really excited. Maybe we get a little bit of a pullback here. I'm not saying it's going to be like run for the hills moment, but I feel like a pullback here at some point this week could be coming. We're pretty hot on the RSI with SHIB right now, but if we could consolidate in the 17s, 18s. I would love that just from a standpoint of where SHIB is right now after, this most recent breakout, setting a 10-week high. I talked about that in my early SHIB video that already went out this morning. But overall, I mean, it's just great to see so many altcoins starting to outperform Bitcoin. I mentioned the altcoin season index. So let me give you guys the breakdown here. I'm showing this on the live stream. So what this shows is it takes the top 50 cryptos and it takes the top 50 performance over the last 90 days. And if 75% of the top 50 coins perform better than Bitcoin over a 90-day span, it is officially altcoin season by this metric. And I think it's a really good way to gauge where the market is. So a couple weeks ago, when I pulled this up for the first time, we had 3 cryptos in the top 50 that had outperformed Bitcoin over the last 90 days. 3. Now, 2 weeks later, we have, I'm counting, hold on, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We have 21 cryptos that have outperformed Bitcoin in the last 90 days. Things have changed on a dime. So the biggest movers against Bitcoin in the last 90 days, Sui, which haven't we talked about Sui before here on this channel as maybe the next Solana? It's up 108%.
Yeah.
Haven't we talked about Sui?
Yeah, you talk about Sui a lot, so I give you full credit for that. But I just was laughing at you just now because the way you count, you sound like a mumble rapper. You're like, Nick, what the fuck is going on? I just count like that.
I'll give you guys so Pate, I want to come right back to you too. Sui, the next biggest mover against Bitcoin is Tau, 93%. We've talked about that in the AI sector. Aave, 65%. Say, 32%. Rune, Phantom, XRP, Tron, IMX, Stacks, WBT, FET, ICP, Aptos, Shiba Inu, Near, Solana, WIF, XLM, AVAX. We're still waiting for some big ones that are getting really close to flip Bitcoin the last 90 days, like Floki having a big day today. It's really close to flipping Bitcoin. BNB is right on the heels of flipping Bitcoin the last 90 days. Same thing with VeChain, Dogecoin, Injective, Crow, Filecoin. So all of these are getting really close. This is a really good metric to show us where we are right now, right? And slowly but surely, we're seeing the rotation of capital into altcoins. And the cool thing about this altcoin index that I look at, they exclude from the top 50 like the stable coins and all the asset-backed tokens like, Wrapped ETH and, whatever, Wrapped Bitcoin, all that kind of stuff. So it's a good measure, I think, and a good metric to kind of look at in terms of where we are. And I've seen this thing really flip big time in the last 2 weeks. So that's extremely bullish, especially if you're into altcoins, into meme coins. We're starting to see that kind of take fruition. So, Pate, what's going on, man? What else is what's happening with you, brother?
I'm chilling. I wasn't prepared to speak, to be honest with you. Superverse, that's it. Zach, Superverse is on a fucking tear, dude. Like, it's up, 40% on the fucking everything. So, like, I can pull it up real quick. Superverse is up on the week 17%. On a month, 44%. As of right this second, it's at 104. It's the first time it crossed the dollar mark since, I think, April or May. I've been screaming Superverse from the mountains for a while. Even if you weren't a hodler like me and you were just a trader, you could have got in at like 40 cents or whatever the fuck I called it originally, 45 cents, whatever it was, and got out now. There you go. You could have. You didn't, probably. But Superverse, I still think it's going to do. Listen, it's a 5x from here just to get back to all-time highs. I think it can do a double of its all-time highs, so I think there's a 10x on the table for Superverse. Zach, you weren't here yesterday, were you? No, you weren't here. You're sleeping.
No,
so,
dude, I was fucked up, man. I got up at 6 a.m. Dude, I got up at 6 a.m., right? I slept like 6 hours. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm up for the day. And I was like, let me just go back to bed for an hour or two. Didn't set my alarm, bro. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was just like, what? But I guess I needed it, man. I literally woke up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I looked at my phone. Well, first off, my first thought was, where the hell am I? My second thought was, there's no way it's 3 o'clock. My phone's wrong. Dude, it was a mess. But go ahead, bro.
You ever wake up? I don't know how often this happens. It's really a rare occurrence. But you ever wake up from an alarm and like, oh, fuck, I'm late for school. And like, wait, what? It's like, dude, I graduated high school like over a decade ago. It's like, oh, shit. But you ever have one of those? Oh, I'm late for class. Oh, wait, I already graduated college. Oh, okay, we're good. No, but we talked about gaming yesterday, and one of the reasons I'm bullish on Superverse is Elliot Trades. We talked about yesterday. I know Matt's up here. You're talking about South Korea, and a whole bunch of people are talking about South Korea and being there, blah, blah, blah. But South Korea is one of the biggest esports, gaming places in the world. And Elliot Trades, who is, the founder of Superverse, went to South Korea to pitch his project, Superverse, to a whole bunch of gaming Korean people. I don't know what that included or what conference he was at or whatever, but he posted it all over his YouTube and, whatever. So he's actively working on that gaming community. And, South Korea is one of the biggest gaming hubs, like I said, in the world. They could push, if they all adopt Superverse for some gaming system or some conference or competition or whatever out there, I think that's just going to go crazy. I really do. I think there's already so many games on it. I think it's just going to go crazy. But there's another one I called out yesterday or the day before, Zach, that's doing well. It's called Carrot. Carrot is a coin for My Pet Hooligan, which is a new Web3 game that came out recently. And they were at PAX East and PAX West. And I don't know if you know about that in the gaming world, but PAX East and PAX West are two of the biggest gaming and anime conferences in America. And one's in Boston, one is in San Francisco. And they had booths at both. You need money to be able to do that. They're not cheap. Shoot, they're not cheap. So definitely check out Carrot. I'm interested. It did a big move this week.
I love it, man. No, we've talked about the gaming sector before, and I'm looking at Superverse now a little bit closer. I did not make a play on it yet, but like you said, it's 78% down still from its all-time high. I'm looking at it closely here because I did not know Elio Trades was the owner, though. That's interesting. So I made that big play on Big Time, and I'm up 124% on that trade right now. Got in at like 5 cents. It's sitting at 13 cents. Went in pretty heavy too. Went in with 7K. So yeah, we're loving that. That's been a good move for us. And it's still well down from its all-time high. There are some big winners, and I know Alex Becker talks a lot about, the gaming world. Man, there are some plays here. I don't know, this Superverse, there's still room to run here. I mean, I got some USDT I'm trying to get rid of. I don't know should I wait for a pullback here or what?
Just give it to us. $300
No, wait, but that Alex Becker's the one who mentioned Carrot, and then that's when I started doing research on it.
Gotcha.
On his last video, and then right when I put a few dollars into it, it started pumping like crazy. I called it on the show too. A few people got in on that, trade or position, and you can see it in the fucking Telegram. They're like, "Oh, dude, I got in the Carrot, blah blah blah." So I just look at it. I don't know why Jackie's laughing about it. It's
just
winning.
Look at it. Would you look at that?
Just look at it.
Oh, would you just look at it?
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
You gonna look at that?
Send me the contract. Send me the contract address. I don't do anything without verifying.
For Carrot?
Just look at it. Just look at it.
I don't just look at things.
Would you look at that? Would you look at that around there? Would you look at that?
You guys know what we're talking about, right?
You don't even understand this joke. We're just like
Ed Bassmaster, dude. He's freaking hilarious. Let's get Mar in here. Dude, where the hell is everybody? Why do we only have 34 people in here? I guess everybody's listening live on YouTube or what?
Also, Crypto G has admitted this morning she loves me, by the way.
Oh, God, paid.
Dude, get a hold of yourself, will you?
I went on her page yesterday and people wouldn't let me leave. I was like, oh, okay.
Get a hold of yourself.
She's like, you gotta come every day.
Get a hold of
You
yourself.
can't afford to have a woman. You don't sell. You'd be like bringing her to Wendy's or something.
Somebody just commented on YouTube.
Wendy's is expensive right now, by the way. So yeah, I'll take anyone to Wendy's.
Yo, somebody just commented on YouTube. They want to take my eyebrows down and shape them out Puerto Rican style. It would look better for my videos. What, dude? People are wild, man. Yeah, these are the comments you deal with.
That's the ticker. Zach's brows, bro. Dude, I'm running.
I don't know what the hell. But yeah, guys, share the room here, man. We need to get some people rocking and rolling. We got a bunch of people listening live, though. I will say that, but we need some more people here on the space. So let's go. Let's fire it up. Mar, what's up, bro?
I had more people when I was hosting.
All right. Chill.
Zach, I'm going to say good morning just to you and no one else. Good morning, Zach.
What the fuck?
And Mutasco, and 23. and Matt. Okay, I'll stop. But you seriously got to get on a private call with Mutasco because he saved your job. I am telling you, man. He's like, I'm taking over this shit. I don't know what Mutasco did, but he saved your job. He's like, I am the host here. I am, and look at that. The man came back, the legend came back, and look at Paige. He's number 3, and I'm gonna take Paige's job. Watch, I'm gonna take Paige's job. We're gonna put him down there. We're not even gonna let him fucking speak. By the way,
Mark, listen. If you take over this show, I will take over 11. I will ban you from 11. And then I'm going to call all the people at fucking Caspa, Mandox, and all these other plays you're in. I'm going to blacklist every fucking wallet this guy has immediately.
Listen, I actually watched yesterday Mandox's interview they did with Zach from 2 years ago, man. It was badass, man. Those guys are building. Give them time, you know. Everything that goes too fast is not good. You know, these guys are building, and just give them time. One thing I do want to say, I mean, the market is looking great. It's looking great. Everybody's printing money. I do have a friend, Zach, I don't know if you heard me yesterday, that got out of his Bitcoin position. You know, he got in like around 32 or 31,000. He had a good, and he's like, you know what? He started hearing, you know, September is going to go to the 40s. And he sold 50, I think it was like 61,000. He's like, I'll buy back in. And I'm like, you know, I don't like telling grown-ups what to do, especially with that much money. And he actually, he owned half a Bitcoin, but he got when Bitcoin was at 30,000. So yeah, he's crying like a baby now. Another thing is, hey, Dione, I called her here September 3rd, September 4th at a $50 million market cap. It's actually 53. Right now it's at 100% up. So whoever would have gone in with big money, you know, Dione has a nice liquidity. They would have doubled their money, and if they decided to sell now with 100% gain, you know, they would have taken I'll say like a 2% price impact if you're on a 5-digit. I am on a 5-digit profit already with Dione, you know, that I called back. Easy money. I don't want to say easy money, but they got news coming out. The private, the mainnet coming out privately, I think today, and then next month, towards the end of the month, the mainnet for everyone. So they got stuff going on where I'm not selling, man. I'm not gonna get out of the trade yet. I'm still on that swing trade. Plus, I'm holding it long. I'm also holding long term. So you know, that was one of the plays that I threw out here in the Breakfast Club.
Mark, thank you for that, by the way. Mark, thank you for. I got in on that. Yeah.
Or you got in?
Yeah, I got in. I think at like 65 mil or something like that. I wish I would have went even in even harder, but yeah. Loving it, bro.
The thing about these trades, man, is like I don't. If you don't have a stomach for it, I don't recommend it. I don't do that much trading, by the way. But it's a project that has news coming up. Everyone's been waiting for 2 years for this thing. It's not all-time high. All-time high is almost 2 cents, so you know it could get there again. You know, if and especially those people that got out, they're gonna come back in and probably buy a higher. That and another news, Casper. They're gonna be. They couldn't get MEXC, but they're gonna list in XT, which is on CoinMarketCap. It's an exchange rank number 22, so it's not that bad. They got like $1 billion in volume, but you know, these Casper it's huge for them to get on an exchange because they don't have like any swaps now. So you want to bring in investors, and if anyone that wants to take profit on Casper could just go in there instead of using this bot on Telegram, and they could go in and sell their coins in this exchange for XT. But then when I searched, I'm like, oh, it's not a bad exchange. So yeah, you got Casper getting listed in I believe in a few days. Dione actually raised a 0 today. It's good. And yeah, man, and the last thing I messaged you, Zach, man, we gotta dig into this blockchain wire, man. These people, every time I read more about it, like I am super impressed. And you know, and the cool thing, they don't even have a coin now. If you want to invest on them, you got to invest on those knobs, which I'm not even into that, or I don't even know how that shit works, to tell you the truth. But I'm pretty impressed, man, about their network. And I saw when I was reading yesterday, and this is for you, Mutasco. They have some, not a partnership, but they got something with ZetaMask, because they're implementing all these wallets and stuff into their network. You know, it's some crazy shit, and I'm pretty impressed with this network. If they actually get to do what they're saying, you know, that you could go bring in your Ethereum into our network, and you know, you could start trading no gas and swapping from blockchain to blockchain without bridging. I mean, that sounds pretty badass if they get this shit done, man. You know?
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, there's I just love when this shit heats up, man. There's so many different angles and directions. Like I'm just looking right now, speaking of gaming, you know, one that I've been in for a really long time is WAGME. They're sitting right now at a $30 million market cap. Just this month, they're up 250%. I mean, just like that. I mean, just under the radar. Nobody's even talking about it. I got 11 of their NFTs just chilling in the background. I've met these guys in person, and really bullish on that project. I'm just looking across the board right now. I mean, Mar, I mean, you just threw out some fire, different projects. I mean, I'm looking at obviously some of these large caps that are starting to move. I really like some of the things that are happening on Tron right now. Some of the meme coins on Tron. I think that's a big narrative that was hot. I don't think it's going away. This Tron bull consolidating. I think it's coiling up. It's right at that point where I love it. $100 million market cap. We got in heavy at around 60 mil. Full disclosure, I'm working with these guys too long term. This is the same guy that called Brett early on, crash. But I opened up an organic position after the big sell-off right around 60 mil. And yeah, Crash is literally running this project. He sent, you know, Brett to 1.9 billion. You got Tron Bull sitting at 106 million. I'm not saying it's going to 19x or anything, but it's looking really good. I love going in heavy at these points. So I'm looking at that a lot. Hey, how about this one? Remember Pepe, the Chinese Pepe? Take a look at that chart. Zach, have you looked at that lately? Take a look at the Chinese Pepe chart.
Like 91 mil.
Yeah, that ain't dead.
Yeah.
That ain't dead, right?
No,
This is what I love, man. When the market starts kicking back up, and as long as you're staying in the game and you got a pulse on all this stuff, man, you got a huge leg up, because that thing's a couple more green candles from FOMO again, right? And everybody's like, oh shit, Chinese Pepe is going to set a new all-time high. Meanwhile, I've been watching it for the last 10 days coil up from its consolidation. I got a bag. I'm chilling. So, I mean, we can go on and on, right? Brett, I mean, look at Brett back at a $1 billion market cap. That narrative's not going away. Take a look at that chart. Take a look at that breaking out of consolidation a little bit. That thing dipped all the way down to like a $660 million market cap, right? And people forget about it, whatever. They let it fly by. And now look, it's coiling up these last 4 or 5 days, going from like 750 million back up over $1 billion. There's just so many ways and so many angles here to navigate the markets. And I just love it, man. This is when it gets fun, right? Because everybody throws out alpha. We're in these spaces. This is what it's all about. And we all win big together, man.
Right, Zach, and real quick, you know that Mario, he's he's the dude here. He runs X with all his big spaces when it comes to crypto. I've been in a few spaces, and he's lately, and he's gaming is back, man, and he's a big time investor when it comes to gaming in crypto. Like, I think that's his favorite, and he's big on gaming. He's like, the last month he's at gaming, coins are pumping. So yeah, man, and I think that gaming might not, everyone thinks it's dead, that it's going to probably be next bull run. No, man. Remember, gaming, all they need is one game to really get out there. and get really popular where people that are not into crypto now want to play this game. They got to get that one game, man. They're going to get it, man. There's going to be at least one game in crypto that's going to get like super popular, and people are going to download that game on the phone and do their thing, you know? And we're not far from it, man. We're not far from it.
Bro, I mean, look what Axie Infinity did. Axie Infinity last cycle single-handedly made people millionaires. I mean, and that was crazy. I mean, and that was exactly what you're explaining there, Mar. I mean, people in the Philippines were quitting their job playing Axie Infinity. Now, I mean, it's still up there in the top 100. I mean, it's still solid, still ranked 88. But I think, you know, given that we're 3-4 years removed from that, there could be 4 or 5 Axie Infinities this cycle that really take off, right? And I mean, who knows? Maybe if it's Superverse, we'll never hear the freaking end of it because Paid will be on his high horse till the freaking bear market hits. Can you guys hear me?
I love it.
What the hell happened, bro? Like, nobody reacted. I'm like, oh shit.
Just fucking see exactly. Just see
Okay, I'm like, shit. All right, I guess that wasn't that funny. Matt,
people spend money, Zach. Real quick,
yeah.
People spend money, bro. Look, I go to the gym with a friend of mine, Gilbert. He's a big gamer. He's actually looking already into like crypto and gaming, and I was like, hey, when is crypto finally going to come into gaming so you could do gaming and I could do crypto? And I go, soon. And he talks so much shit the last 2 weeks about fucking PlayStation 5, $700. It's a fucking ripoff. Fuck Sony. I can't take it anymore, man. And I heard it's not even that much powerful. All it took. And then IGN. I don't know if you guys have heard of the website IGN. It's really popular for gaming and reviews and stuff like that. IGN was like, well, they're saying this. They started a little bit negative. All of a sudden, IGN, we played the PS5 Pro. It's impressive. Dude, and not just because that shit, it sold out in like 8 seconds. It sold out in the pre-sales on Sony. I don't know how many pre-sales in seconds it sold out. And the pre-sales haven't even been released yet on Best Buy and all these stores. And people like my friend were all talking shit. Oh, it's too expensive. And it's what I tell these projects sometimes, man. Don't give away so much of the coins. Don't do this. Value your fucking product. Value your shit. And people will pay. People will fucking pay. It's just like when I was a salesman. I never give a discount because once you give a discount, you're taking value away from yourself. And people are going to ask for more discount, and you're going to fuck yourself. So that's why I always tell people: value. Look at Sony. Fuck you, $700. It doesn't even come with a CD thing or stand. You got to buy all that shit separately, and people pay for it, man. People pay for it. And when these coins starts pumping, and one last thing. Because people are like, oh, but the market cap is low. Why? When these coins start pumping, they gain value. People notice them, and then people FOMO in, and they buy it expensive, and that's when it pumps even more. And then people come behind them and buy even more expensive, you know. And that's what gets you a Shiba in the billions. The same shit. People get FOMO, you know.
Mark, you should become a motivational speaker.
I am, man. I am. It's just, I just want to get like my voice operated, you know, like maybe sound like Zach, you know. The one issue is my voice. But no, man. No, yeah. Yeah, man. It's like, my friend was crying the whole fucking 2 weeks. I couldn't deal with him anymore. And then hey, I'm here in the line trying to buy the PS5. Like, you pussy. All this talk shit, now you're buying it.
Tell Zach about your Picasso. I think you missed it. Your refund.
No, that's my refund is gonna take time. My refund is gonna take time, you know. But yeah, I trust those guys. You know, those guys they've been around for a while. It is what it is, man. You know, you win some, you lose some. Just make sure you win more than what you lose, or at least percentage wise.
Yeah, 100%, bro. When you win big. Matt, what's up, bro? Morning, man.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the USA.
Yes, sir.
And you're just in time just in time for the start of the bull run. Now, I listen to everybody in a lot of spaces and a lot of other YouTube channels and stuff. This is all I do now is basically crypto. I still dabble in real estate, but at this moment in time, trust me, it's crypto because the lid's about to blow off. But that's what's good about going into these spaces is I'm not big on gaming, and I don't really know much about gaming. I was like a real world type person in gaming, right? Like a soldier and stuff, traveling the world. But I mean, when I was a little kid, maybe I played like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. And I mean, to think that those are going to be crypto coins pretty soon is just mind-boggling to me. So that kind of gives you a perspective on how, you know, generational thinking is. But check this out. So I follow the banks and I follow the money slime trails. And man, I tell you what, this right now, gaming, what you guys talked about, Axie Infinity making millionaires, and there's probably 4 more of those coins out there right now just lurking in the background. There's probably a couple dozen of them out there right now that are going to make millionaires. And I always pay attention to the banking industry and the banking sector because to me, that's a sure thing. So yeah, I gamble in meme coins, but I want my money to grow. And the way I see that happening is with following central banks. So my money's good there. But when people are talking about like meme coins and other utility coins and gaming coins, I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface on that yet. And I see where you guys are going on this. And I mean, man, I'm probably going to get real.
Is he rugging or is it me?
He's rugging.
Like a 10x off my like game. Sorry, if you slide into gaming or these meme coins, I mean we're still looking at possible 100x's here, and it sucks that I'm rugging because I'm driving through North Dakota and I really have shitty service, like the least populated state in the world. They don't really care about us up here for communication, so I'm gonna mute. But gaming, yes, I'm gonna start looking into that because I think we're all still. I mean, I'd still be early if I bought ape to bag into one of those coins.
Yo, sorry, I was updating the space because we're talking about gaming quite a bit here. Shib pump, meme coin season, gaming, altcoins, and more. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm with you, man. I think this is a narrative that's been down and out for a long time. You know, it's been ignored. You know, some people are asking me in the live stream, what do I think about Gala? I still like Gala. I still like Gala quite a bit. They've got they got a huge ecosystem, big ass community. Right. There's some other ecosystems I like though too. You know, Beam is one in the top 100 that's kind of under the radar, just under $1 billion market cap right now. There's another one that I like called Myra, MYRIA, kind of under the radar still. You know, we talked about big time. Paige talked about Superverse. There's so many different directions you can go. But when we talk about a sector that has been, you know, pushed in the mud and stepped on, it's been gaming for sure. And now all of a sudden we're starting to see that resurgence coming out of gaming. You know, Floki is big in the gaming area too. Floki is a gaming play. I know it's a meme coin, but Floki's pretty massive there with their game. I think it's called Valhalla. They're up pretty big right now too, up 17% today, 29% on the week. Immutable X is a good play if you want like an infrastructure play, you know. Immutable X, IMX, good play, ranked 35, little less risky, right? I like to have a mix of like the Immutable X's and like the platform-based cryptos, and then have a couple of those individual games that I really like. For me, it's WAGMI and Big Time right now, but maybe Superverse. But Superverse is an infrastructure play too, right, Paige? That's more of...
Yeah, I'm on Superverse's website right now. And I'm just looking at all the games. Yeah, it's an infrastructure play. They have, and guess what? You mentioned WAGMI Games, right? WAGMI Games is one of their latest integrations on Superverse. So, in my opinion, if you get Superverse, that should cover you for WAGMI Games as well. They also, now that I'm looking at their site, have an integration from My Pet Hooligan, which I just mentioned with the token Carrot. So, we just mentioned, you know, outside of Superverse itself, 2 different gaming plays, and they're both already integrated in Superverse. Superverse is going to the moon, guys. It's going. I'm telling you guys, it's going to the moon. It's going to take off. And Zach, I did send you that link for Carrot if you for the contract as well.
Oh, you did? Of me?
In the text message.
Nice. Bitcoin just hit 66K. Well, it's a little higher than that.
Oh shit!
It's moving. I still think it's oversold. That's why I think it's going to pull back, and meme coins are just going to fly. I think once people hit their rate levels, they want G'd out. I still think it's oversold a little bit. But,
Zach,
it's good for us.
Zach, what's up with Ethereum? Yeah. What's up with ETH? I mean, we're sitting there at 2,600. It just feels like we should be higher right now. It feels like Ethereum should be up closer to 3K right now. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Well,
no, you're right.
You missed the space yesterday when Mar kind of went over that. Mar, do you want to reiterate that real quick? Your thoughts on ETH?
Zach, I'm just gonna tell you straight out. I think Ethereum is overbought, especially in the last bull market, and I really think that's why it's struggling big time. That's my opinion. I just think it's just overbought, man. Really do think. I mean, with the ETFs and all the utility it has with all the gas fees, this shit should be easily at $4,000 already, man. I just think it's overbought, and I feel like investors think there's just better place out there in the top 20, top 25, maybe.
You think?
Yeah, no one wants to pay those gas fees.
Yeah, do you think people are just electing to go into some of these other, top layer ones? Yeah. Do they just see like there's more value in Solana and Avalanche?
I think that Solana is the knife. I think that people say, "Oh shit, there's something that could compete against ETH now. If Solana did it, all the chains could do it now." I don't know why they didn't feel that way with BNB, but yeah, Solana just did the right marketing. They talk shit about ETH and they made it happen.
But Mark,
they put.
I think at the end of the day, they're gonna spot back to ETH. They're gonna let that other shit run, and then they're gonna come back to ETH. Yeah, just look at the market cap, look at the liquidity. Yeah. It's not going anywhere with ETFs. But they're gonna try to make the most bang for their buck when it's running, and then they'll pull back, and then ETH will have a run. Right.
It's like you got projects like for now Dionys on ETH, but even other projects on ETH that are like $10-20 million market cap, you go in there, you sell, you take a. If you want to sell out, your price impact is not that bad. It's just the gas fees, man. The gas fees bother people. I understand why the gas fees are high. They kind of make sense in a way, But yeah, man, it's just. I think the coin was just overbought. It was just overbought, and it's sitting. I think that this is the price it should be sitting at, and I wouldn't be surprised. People are talking 10K in this bull run. I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum hits like 7K max. But
I still think it's a long-term play.
Oh yeah. No.
Take your profits when things are running. Like Solana's hot, so you got to take that and then move it back to something like Ethereum. That's what I'm doing. I like
no. Running. I said it the other day when I made some money on a trade. My money goes back to Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's where I feel the safest. I'm okay. I'm okay with it hitting 7K. This is what people got to understand. It's not about excess and excess. It's about also, your money. Where it's safe to do a 2X on maybe $100,000. Because if you go. It's where people make a mistake. If you come into crypto with $100,000 thinking you want to do a 100X, you're probably going to lose your ass. A 10X will be awesome. You know what it is? In a span of 2 years, to make your $100,000 into $1 million in 2 years or even 3 years, man. What's the stock market back in the days? Like I think 3% yearly. But
March. It's not that hard to do that. If you have really good, strong conviction plays that are running, you get like into 3 of those, and 3 or 4 of those, you 10X that. You're sitting pretty well. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not that difficult. I think we have to dumb it down for people sometimes. A lot of people do risky stuff.
Real quick. Think about this, guys. This is kind of shocking to me. Solana is only, I mean, it's 1/4 the market cap of ETH. It's not that far away. I mean, like, think about this. If Solana outperforms ETH this bull cycle, it could be half its market cap in the bear. I mean, you're sitting at 75 mil right now on Solana. I'm just saying. I mean, think about this. I mean, Solana's made a dent. It's sitting at 75 mil compared to ETH, a little over 300 mil. I mean, I know it's a little ways away, but if you look at this, I mean, if Solana had Ethereum's market cap, one sol would be around $687. Some people would say it could get there. Now, obviously, Ethereum would move up too, right, from that level. But if Solana outpaced Ethereum, I mean, is it crazy to say that Solana could be half the market cap of ETH by the end of the cycle? I mean,
not at all.
That's not crazy, I don't think.
So low, like it isn't. This is the time to buy it, not financial advice, but $158. I don't, I think it's going to give ETH a run for its money, 100%.
I mean, listen, I've built out a big Solana position thanks to the Solana meme coins, and I feel very comfortable holding a lot of Sol. I mean, I got ETH too, but I want to hold those competitors too. I've got Cardano, I've got Solana. I probably don't have enough AVAX again, but I've got some competitors. I'm big on Sui too, and I know that's speculative. I'm big on Sui. I'm going heavy on Sui. Sui's almost a top 20, by the way, very quietly, sitting at number 21. And there's a lot of activity happening. They just got embedded into Grayscale. Grayscale recently predicted the top 20 cryptos with potential in the next quarter. Sui's their number one pick. Just telling you all that right out of the gate. So, I mean, don't sleep on some of these new layer ones. Telling you guys.
I'm going heavy on Bone, honestly, Zach.
Is it still way down? Let me take it. Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
It's coming up a little.
Over 100. Yeah, but see, no one's talking about it. So that's when I buy.
I like it. I mean, listen, if SHIB's gonna go and do its thing, I mean, Bone should outpace SHIB, right? I mean, are you in the same boat there? Over time, Bone should outpace SHIB.
I don't know. Just SHIB is the top ERC20 token. I mean, Bone is down lower. There's no denying that, but the money is going to flood into SHIB first, and then people are going to understand the ecosystem, and then they're going to go to that. So I don't know if it's ever going to overtake it, but I think Bone's sitting at this level right now. I mean, we're at 49 cents. I can see this thing going to $3, $4, $5. You know what I mean? And then I told you so. Like, you got to buy when people aren't really. There's not that much hype and stuff around it. Yeah, people promote it, but it's not like shit. So, as long as that's why I say you got to educate yourself, do your own research, pay attention. And then I think that thing flies, man. It's going to boost, Shibarium layer 2. And I want to see how Shibarium does during, the bull run, because the gas is, so cheap. And all of our projects will go up. It's going to be crazy. But Bone is a huge, I like utility stuff. And to me, Bone is probably the best one within the ecosystem to buy. It has its weight. Yeah.
It's crazy, man, how you got all these teams, building amazing tech, amazing things, utilities on ETH or Solana. But the top tokens on the chains are meme coins. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to see Shiba like the number one token on Ethereum when there's so much shit out there that people are building for Ethereum.
Hey, SHIB's pumping like crazy, just past Avalanche.
Oh, yeah. I saw it yesterday. I jumped on a little trade. I actually, I don't recommend it to anyone, but I'm I hold SHIB long term. But I actually chased SHIB yesterday when it was up like 9%. I chased it, and I recommend for people to do this when they really feel good, and they're because I don't recommend chasing that much. But I chased SHIB for a trade yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, when it was up 9%.
But see, Mark, the average person coming into the market, they don't care about utility, blah, 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 all that shit. I'm talking, you got to dumb this down for people. They're going to come in, they're going to see SHIB's price, and they're going to go, I'm going to put $100 into this, and when it hits $1, I'm going to be rich. They don't understand. So that's why, those things continuously run. You know what I mean? And they're all listed on exchanges. So the majority of people coming into the market is going to go to exchange first. They don't understand DeFi. So that's why I said before, it's stupid not to buy those. Even they might not 100x, but even 1 to 5x, it will happen because the average consumer doesn't understand this market. And we can capitalize on that.
100%, 100%. I do have a question, man. I know that on CoinMarketCap, Ethereum shows their all-time, when it first started, I think 50 cents. What was ETH when they did the pre-sale for Ethereum? Was it 10 cents?
I'm not sure. I'd have to go look back.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, could you imagine, though, getting in at that fucking price level? Whew.
It's not so much can you imagine still holding?
Yeah. I don't know about that, bro.
That would be paid. That would be paid. He would hold it.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I mean, I'd definitely be taking some profits for sure. I was just looking through some news here. Is today the day that CZ gets out of jail?
Yeah.
I think he does.
The market's pumping.
So maybe look out for some meme coins on CZ. I mean, for real.
I think he's out already. He's out already because
He's
they
out?
said an hour. Well, an hour ago they said an hour.
Okay.
You know,
There could be a freaking meme coin tomorrow up, 800%. He's out or some shit. Just keep an eye on that. Seriously, though. I'm going to try to, I'm sure there's something pumping already related to that shit. Let's see here. Oh, speaking of Tron meme coins, Sunpump partnered up with GotBit. GotBit's actually a big deal. There's a ton of volume there, and they help significant projects. It's a big hedge fund. So Sunpump is partnered up with GotBit. That's actually a big deal. So I'm telling you, I think there's something brewing with these Tron meme coins. Right now we got a few. I like Sundog still, and then Tron Bull is my big play, man. I'm telling you, I'm not betting against Crash from Brett and those guys. They got all hands on deck. So I want to mention that again. What do you guys feel about Dogecoin? It's starting to come up a little bit. What's gonna send Dogecoin? I mean, is Elon gonna talk about it? Is he gonna do something here soon? What do you guys think?
Maybe if he uses it for payment for tax, maybe. But other than that, I mean, I don't see any news really around it. I mean, I get it. It's going up. It's a top meme coin, so it's going to do what it does. But, yeah, I don't really know. I don't know if he's going to talk about it.
He's just been quiet.
I don't hear anything about Dogecoin at all, ever, anymore.
And even if he does talk about it, I don't think it's going to move like it did back in the day.
You don't think when retail comes back, people are going to FOMO into Dogecoin like crazy again?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they will.
Of course. Oh, yeah, definitely. They're going to hit that, SHIB, Pepe. Those are the top three.
But wait, hold on.
Look what we just spoke about.
Wait, hold on real quick.
Go.
Zach, real quick. When do you think retail is coming back? You think, what, Q1, Q2 of next year? Because I still don't feel retail here. I don't hear about crypto outside of any of my circles. Like, I don't hear about it. No, I don't hear it.
It's gonna come back when they continue to cut rates, when people have more money in their pockets, and it's slowly happening, right? Like, okay, we got the 50 basis point move. All indications are we're probably going to get 2 more 25 basis point moves by the end of the year. And I think once we get into 2025, people got a little bit more, extra spare change in their pocket. And, it's that whole FOMO thing. Bitcoin setting all-time highs. We get commercials. The thing is, though, like, people still have the damn money. I mean, look what people go spend money on. They blow money on sports betting. It's just not top of mind right now. You know what I mean? Because people blow money they don't have still. I mean, that shit's still happening. I mean, think about what people spend on, alcohol and cigarettes, and they don't have any business buying that shit. It's like, buy some crypto, damn it. You know, what are you doing?
You have to buy the alcohol and the cigarettes after you buy the crypto to deal with the charts.
Yo, Zach, real quick, when we can go back to Mar. Yo, Jasmine up 20% in the week, by the way.
Yeah, I like Jasmine. I like Jasmine a lot, man. I like it. For sure. There's just so much to like right now. You just got to prioritize. Casp was on a little bit of a pump, 5%. Mar, I'll let you get back in. What's up?
No, yeah, man. No, you're right. And I do know what Pay said. Nobody's talking about Dutch. That's when
yeah.
That's what I like, man. You know, nobody's talking about it. It's quiet, and when something is really quiet that people haven't spoken about for months or even a year, and some big news come out, it just rockets. You know, because it's like, oh, Dutch is back. And yeah, man, you know, when it comes to crypto, it's hard to get people, new people into crypto. Even back in the days, not even back in the days, like a year, 2 years ago, I would go to this bar near, my job, and expensive as hell. It's a tourist trap. And I would tell people, listen, man, buy this. People I know, send me the money. I'll buy it for you. I'll set up your wallet. $100, $200. You're going to get this much coins. The market cap is low. Just forget about it. 2-3 years from now, that shit might be either a zero or $1 million or $100,000 or $50,000. You just never know. Think about it like a lottery ticket. No, I'm not going to spend my money for. And then 3 hours later, they're like, all right, time to go home. And here comes the tab. And they pay like fucking $400 in mojitos. They spend the $400 between him, the girlfriend, and they invited me. They spent $400 on mojitos and alcohol. And they don't want to take a chance with $100, $200 on something that could pay off. Because that mojito, he pissed it off that same night, But yeah, that shows you the mindset of the human being, man. And I don't want to use the word stupid, but how ignorant they are that they're there spending $400. Yeah, they had a good time on alcohol. And they're like, you know what? It's like the guy said, Da Vinci said, don't go out tonight. Don't go to the movies. Don't go out to dinner. Save those $100 and buy Bitcoin this weekend. I don't know if you guys ever saw that video on YouTube, But yeah, man, a lot of people, they don't think about investing. And listen, it took me years too, man. But my late 30s, mid-30s is when I started saying, man, I got to start investing my money. I mean, I'm just pissing it, going out, partying, I had a great time, but still, I wish I had this mentality, at least in my late 20s, But yeah, man.
Bro, it's so true, man.
Everyone. But yeah, I woke up.
I'm sorry.
In 2013, man, it's when it just went like this, boom. Like when I saw properties cheap and everybody was scared to buy properties. People were telling me, you're fucking crazy buying a house, man. Look at this. The house is $120,000 right now. How could you buy a house? Think about that stupidity. Somebody's telling me not to buy a house when that house was $300,000 3 months ago, 3 months prior. They're telling me not to buy a house for $120,000. Oh, you're crazy. Everything is going to zero. I'm like, but not the roof, not the house. The house is going to stay up. I'm buying a house to live in it.
He said, not the roof. I'm crying.
The house is going to stay there. And a lot of people did not buy properties because of fear. They thought the whole world was ending. They thought the world was ending, But, hey, look, it happens. The sad 9/11, look, all the stocks, people started selling when 9/11, And, yeah, man, it's just got to invest. And, everyone that's in this space, man, I give you props to whoever is like 18, 20. I think the other day we had a really young kid in here. Man, I give you props, man, because at 18, 20, I was still playing Mario Brothers, But yeah, man.
I can see Mar playing that. But that's funny because the space we had, I don't know when it was, all these days blend together, but we were talking, we had a really good real estate class, and I started working after that on my I'm going to work on the property management company. I'm going to start this year too. So, you know me, I'm a real estate guy. So I want to take those profits and put them back into crypto. So anywhere I can make money, I will. You know, you got to make the money work for you. So just keep investing.
Like Zach, out of everyone in this space right now, how many people do you think, because Zach just threw the biggest alpha out there right now. Out of everyone in this space, and I'm not, I actually not, because I'm doing something, I'm multitasking right now, but everyone in this space right now, how many are looking out for a ZZ meme coin? I bet like one or two only. I don't mean to be negative. And Zach just threw the biggest alpha. Look for a ZZ meme coin right now. You might be able to put $20 and make $20 out of it. Do an easy 2x, you know?
Hey, bro, I'll give you another one right now. Check out Aerodrome. Okay, this is the biggest DEX on base, guys. Take a look at Aerodrome. It's pumping like crazy right now. If you guys believe in base and that chain, this is the biggest DEX. Their all-time high is $2.33, set back in April. They're not in the top 100, so nobody sees it yet. They're up 50+% on the week, up 102% on the month. Starting to break loose right now. So Aerodrome, if you think things are going to heat up and the base chain is going to be super successful, this could be another play for sure. And it's definitely pumping right now. I just had to check my my bag because I bought a little bit way back when, forgot about it, and saw it was way up. But Paid, go ahead, bro.
Paid,
what do you got?
I just wanted to remind people. Mainly newer people. Like a lot of the stuff is pumping, but guys, don't FOMO it. Just don't FOMO. You're gonna get wrecked one way or another. You can FOMO in right now, and all this shit can drop 30% for whatever reason immediately, and you put your whole fucking whatever amount of money you put in at one time. If you want to get into these plays, any of the plays that we mentioned, you know, not financial advice, of course, or any plays that you see online, or if you did your own research, just DCA. Don't drop huge chunks in at one time. Because trust me, you're going to get wrecked, and especially on these smaller meme coins, because your price impact is going to fuck you. We should have a space on that. We talked about that last week with Mar, talking about we need to talk about price impacts going in and out of tokens, smaller tokens. But guys, these plays, they're great, and I love them, especially Superverse. I love it. But, you know, you can put $1,000 in Superverse today, and it's going to do a 20% retracement tomorrow. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? And then you sell out, and then all of a sudden it does a 3x. And you're like, oh, fuck. So, like, DCAN is going to mitigate your risk.
Paid. Watch that carrot one you've been promoting. I just ran it. It's got suspicious codes. The deployer are external contracts, and it's very low LP. So be cautious, man. I know you've been promoting.
I'm selling it. Sell it. Everyone get out. No, I'm just kidding. I get that.
Even if it's renounced, listen, even if it's renounced and they renounce it, the external deployer stuff is all external contracts, so they can still fuck you. So, see, whatever Paige says, I do the opposite. Bam. Have a good day.
Yeah. Everyone do the opposite. Everyone go get into Coyote token right now.
You can see Mutasco put on the comment section. I put it up on the Nest. The ITO from Ethereum, it was 31 cents. And if you invested $700, you will have right now $4.5 million with liquidity, which you would take all your 4 days. Yeah.
Yo, we had somebody up here new, but I think they dropped back down. I think I mentioned this earlier, watching closely with SHIB, that 200-day moving average, 2031. We're above it right now. Seeing if we close above it today is a big deal. Closing above that 200-day. We got room to run after that, Zach, don't you think? I mean, if we can close above that 200-day, I mean, we were up in the mid-4s, whatever that was, back in February and March.
Yeah, I'll run, definitely.
So that's what I'm watching today. If we can close above that 200-day with SHIB. Aerodrome, I told you guys about that one. That one's been pumping like crazy. Beginning of the month, that was at 51 cents. Now it's at $1.28. Strong buys across the board there from all the moving averages. Let's see here. What else looks interesting here?
Zach, Kova called Strawberry AI around $3 million market cap. I traded it. It's at 25 mil right now.
Damn, what is it?
I don't even know that. It's the name. I told Kova the name Strawberry AI. What the fuck? You know?
Yeah,
but he called it like around 3 million, man. Not only did I trade, I'm like, yeah, whatever, Kova. And he's up big. He's up big, man. It's at 25 mils right now.
Man, that's why I love this shit, right?
Contract.
Yeah, hold on. I want to see this. I want to see this chart. Strawberry AI. I'm pulling it up on Dex. Here it is. Damn, up 34%, 25 mil right now. Zach, it looks like it ends in 80 CA. Damn, this thing's pumping.
Oh yeah, I'll run it.
Yeah, run that through. I'm gonna save it here. I don't want to get in right now, but you know what that means? It's going to 100 mil by tomorrow. So it's at 25 mil right now.
It looks good. You know, and it's not like a crazy pump. It actually looks good. You know, there's retracements there. You know, so sell-offs, then new heights. So it looks good. For me, I just, if I didn't get in at 3 mil, I'm not gonna get in at 25 mil. Forget it. You know, it sucks. I actually blame it on Kova because he went like this. Oh my, you know, he's got a soft voice. Oh my, here, I got this play. I'm like, okay. But you know, come on, Kova, you gotta push me. Hey, Mar, look at it, man. Study it real good. You gotta be more like, come on,
you gotta fire me up, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, fire me up, man. Fuck, like, I fire you up. But fire me up. Like, I'm like, Strawberry AI. What the fuck is this?
The contract's clean. The contract's clean.
Hey, I'll give you another AI play. Contract's clean. That's good shit. I met these guys. So this was a private investment of mine. I got an over-the-counter deal on this, Mark. By the way, tidbit here for real. If you guys get a chance, I'm done. I'm done with these damn private sale where I get 10% of my tokens. Done with them. I've been hit up like by 20 of them after I invested in 20 of them earlier this year. But ones that I will get into are OTC deals, over-the-counter deals, where the project's already launched. There's no pre-sale. Will it launch? When will it launch? Will I get fucked? No, the project's out, and you get an OTC deal. Okay, here's the project. I've talked about this one before. TARS AI. It's a legit AI project. I met these guys out in Singapore. Take a look at this. It's on Solana. TARS AI, $58 million market cap. Contract ending in 6GDD. Almost 24,000 holders now. Take a look at that. It's a nice, slow, steady move up the ladder. It's backed by Solana, the actual Solana protocol. They got something brewing there. I was really impressed with these guys. So I got an OTC deal. Nice size position there. That's one that I really like. It's been solid too. Even through the downturn in the market, like we held steady at like 10 cents. We bounced off there. Shit, I don't even know, 4 or 5 different times. So we got a nice support dating all the way back to July. It's sitting there just under 17 cents. It's been pumping like crazy the last 4 or 5 days. So, Zach, I don't know if you've looked at that one before, if it's on your radar. Yeah, it's solid, dude. It's
you just mentioned it. I just ran it, so it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. I think there's something here. Because if you could find these legit AI projects down here at 40, 50, 60 mil, I mean, these could be, I'm telling you guys, when I found PAL AI last August from going to the Ethereum conference, they were fucking $3 million market cap. They went to 600 mil. Now, I didn't 300X. Obviously, I took profits along the way way too early. But you guys know what I'm saying, right? I still hold a little bag. Like I put a little bit in, and that was I think my best trade of 2023 in the bear market. And they're a legit AI project. So if you could find some of these, I mean, hell, if you could find it early, like 2-3 mil, you're really sitting pretty. But even here at 50, I mean, you go up to 400 or 500. I mean, hey, that's 8 to 10x. Potential here. There's and maybe even more upside. I mean, some of these are going to get, to $1 billion. I'm telling you, some of these ones that are 50 to 100 mil today are going to get well over $1 billion in the AI sector. It's just sifting through some of the stuff. And you know what? Even sometimes if it's Strawberry AI, you can, swing trade it, right? Royero, welcome to the stage, bro. What's up?
Good morning, everyone. I saw you guys are doing a meme coin season. and I want to talk about my project. You know, you have
No.
no.
Oh no, we can't do that here. We can't start doing that now. Come on, brother.
Today is not the day to shill, Royero. Hey, we appreciate you, bro. But if you want to talk about the overall market, you can do that. Or what else you got? I'll give you a chance to rebuttal. Okay, or not.
And he left. Welcome to the Crypto Breakfast Club, everyone.
That's what I thought. Oh shit. Hey, that was
My whole thing, hold on, real quick, Zach. My whole thing is people come to the stage, they chill. Like, even if we let them chill, right? Then they leave right after. They leave right after. You think anyone in the room just invested in your coin, especially when you just left the room? The answer is no. All right.
I agree, bro. All right, we got a new speaker up here. Let's see. Wood MNTS. That's what all I see on my screen. What's up, bro? Hey, yo, Wood.
Hey,
what's up, bro?
I was going to say that I might have to sell a kidney to get into all these plays you're talking about.
Yeah, man. You know, here's the thing: you can't get into everything, right? But like, we just like to throw a bunch out there, and yeah, I mean, you got to kind of sift through and see what you like, and see, you know, where prices are, how much money you have to allocate. But dude, there's when the bull run heats up, man, there's so many different directions you can go, right? I mean, but there's only a, you know, you can't get into everything either. And there's a thing to be over diversified. We've talked about that before. You don't want to be over diversified. You want to have some large positions and some high conviction plays where you can really see the gains. You know, so you know, for paid, it's Superverse. Like he's heavy on that. I'm heavy on, you know, big time in the gaming sector. WAGME, right? So like those two are I'm going heavy on those. And still dabbling in some other ones, you know. Mar sounds like he's heavy on Dione. Like, you got to have your conviction in some of these, and you know what? Dabble in some of these other ones if you like it. You could still feel the gains a little bit, but you want to build out those big positions too, right? I think that's one of the mistakes I made back in 2021. Maybe being over diversified a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like 80% in Caspa and then like in a couple other things, and then like, you know, meme coins, of course. And I remember back in the day, because I've been watching your channel for a bit, like with like Saitama, how that was like a big thing, and then like a bunch of people got screwed over by that. I you know, I didn't have a ton of money in it, but still lost it, and you know,
bro, I went
a lot to learn in this you know, space.
100%, dude. And back then I didn't know shit, and I feel like I still don't know shit. You know, I'm still learning every day. But I will say this, bro. I put $3,200 into Saitama, and I was late. I was late to the game with Saitama. I put $3,200 in. I'll never forget. And I pulled out 85 grand, and I started to sell right after that Vegas event. That was a fucking debacle, man. And once I saw what I saw there, I was like, I gotta slowly get out, and made it public too. People love to bitch at me or whatever, but if you go back, I said publicly, like, I'm selling out. I'm gonna keep a little bit to see what happens, but I slowly started to get out. But you know what? You live and you learn. You got to go through some of this. That was a crazy time. You had Shibnobi go to $1 billion market cap. You had Saitama go to billions. That was all after Shib had went to billions. But we learned a lot through those days, man, for sure. And I feel like, you know, we lost out on a lot of opportunities. I didn't take enough profits during those times, but I wouldn't trade it for the world because I feel like I'm so much better positioned now. You know what I mean? We're so much more prepared for this leg up.
Yeah, I have my fingers crossed. I have my fingers crossed for these KRC20 meme tokens.
I like it, bro. I like it, man.
Yo, you meant it.
No, I didn't mint because I had a run-in on my computer and I had to go to work, but it was on the Casper wallet and it didn't mint anything. It didn't take any of my Caspa, but it didn't mint anything for me either. So I didn't mint anything, so I went and bought yesterday actually on the Casper bot.
Nice. Yeah, I think Casper they're gonna get listed in a few days on a top not like an exchange. No, I think they're ranked number 22 on CoinMarketCap. XT, I think it's called. But yeah, man, I think I'm pumped for Casper and Natural and all those. We did a space not too long ago with those guys in here. Oh, I think Casper was in here, but I can't remember. But yeah, I'm also Zach. I that's one of the chains I think that they're probably overbought too. I think I have a Caspa hitting $1 maybe in this bull market. Maybe not financial advice, but it's tough, man, because I spoke about this yesterday, man. Like what Shiba did was magical. I mean, Shiba hit like a $60 billion market cap in the last bull run at one time, where it shut down all the exchanges. All the exchanges couldn't even work because of Shiba. They shut them down, and you look at a project, and I'm talking about a project after, like, I want to say $1 million market cap. Let's not count those zeros before the $1 million market cap, but you look at a project that after $1 million market cap or a little bit more, that after $1 million market cap, it raises 2-0. That's 100x, man. That's really good. And then once it raises 3 zeros, you're talking about a 1000x. And it just starts getting more tough. And that's why I see some of these projects are overbought, and they're not going to pump as big as people think they are in the bull market. At least that's my opinion. That's why a lot of these projects have been struggling to hit all-time high from the last time, from the last bull market. The only one that was able to do it, it's BNB. That's why I'm getting even a little bit more bullish with BNB. And no one even talks about BNB as much as they talk about Solana and all the other chains. But yeah, that's one thing to think about. Once you hit that $1 million market cap, man, to erase another 3 zeros is fucking tough. I mean, 2 zeros is amazing. Imagine 4 zeros, So yeah, man, I think Caspa already has erased like 3 zeros already after that. So yeah, man, I mean, I hope Caspa, I don't plan to 100x Caspa, but my money feels safe there,
The thing is, bro, with Cass, like, we haven't seen what Caspa will do in a full bull market. Like, retail money doesn't even know what the fuck is happening. You know what I mean? Like, that's what gets me. I mean, with some of these crypto, I mean, especially like Cass, because it didn't even have a freaking bear market. And most of their supply, what is it, like 95% of their supply by like middle of 2025 will be circulating. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to like, whatever, but I mean, what, like $2? I mean, I could see a $2 Cass. That wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, remember, they gotta get their shit together, bro. They gotta get their shit together. I mean, you got all these.
All right, here we go.
You got all these men.
Dude, Mars the most fucking bearish bull in any project I've ever heard.
I respect it, though. I respect it.
I'm super bullish on Caspa, but come on, you got the men's already. 2 months, it didn't work out. I know they're third parties. You can't blame Caspa for it, which I do blame it at the end myself, because they should have built these mints in themselves. They should have done these dApps themselves. They were smart enough to build a blockchain that took like 7 years. They could have bring them to the space, and I'll tell them, how it is. I'll tell them, look, I'm right. You should have had these dApps. You shouldn't have had people getting hacked, lose money on this Casper garbage flea market dApp. But the worst thing about it now is, like, come on, it took you guys 2 months. You don't have a swap for these tokens. You got to go into a Telegram bot to sell them. Come on, guys.
I agree.
Fucking Zach from Subway built his own dApp, you know, for swap. And they should have had the swap already. And that's why I'm thinking, you know, the exchange is big because now you could buy a Casper on an exchange. But do they really need an exchange? Do people really need to weigh? And a lot of people don't understand these bots. You know, I showed it the other day to Kova. Yeah, he understood it because he's in crypto already. But he was like, holy shit, like you basically talk to the bot like if you're talking to someone on Telegram, you give them commands. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's the way the bot works. And I learned myself just recently too, because I'm not into bots. But yeah, they should have had a dApp already, at least for a swap. So come on, guys, we're going into the bull market. Let's start, you know, getting more smart contracts out there for Cospa. But let's have a swap already, at least get one out there, you know. But yeah, I don't know why they're behind, but it is what it is, you know. At the end, they know what they're doing, you know. But I was thrilled, like, and I realized at the end, wait a minute, I got all these coins, all these mints. How do I sell them now? Holy shit, that's right, you know. It sucks.
I think he left, bro. He left the building, man. He was like this bearish bull, man. He's like, I gotta get out of here. But no, we hear you, bro. Let's see, Esty. Don't talk about that ticker, bro. But what else is up, man?
Hello everybody. Just nice to meet everyone. When my community sort of got me here. I've never been here before, and this is probably my first space ever, like on a sort of call. And we just got this SHIB project. So what's the context? I just sort of got in.
So we just we don't really shill unless we have like dedicated kind of shill time periods, which today is not that. But if you want to join the just regular kind of conversation about SHIB, meme coins, you know, we're talking about a little everything in the markets, but we don't want to turn it into a shill space.
Here, let me give some advice. Let me give some really good advice. And this is how I got on this show, and Zach and all the other people. This is how people know me and other people, right? What you do, come on the show like you are, talk to macro. Guess what? Do it for a month straight. Don't even shill shit. Just be here for a month straight and talk to us like regular people. And guess what? We're going to inquire, well, who the fuck is this guy? He's been here for a month. What do you do? If you do that, you will get much further. And this is not just to you. I'm not singling you out. This is for everybody. Because you said you were new, so I wanted to kind of explain. That's the best way to do spaces. If you come in here and show your community, no one's going to give a fuck on here. Mar has $25 million, and he won't put a dime into your project because he doesn't know who you are. But listen, you come here for a month, and he still might not put no money in, but someone else might, all right? And that's the way you do it. And you don't have to do it just with this room. I hope you come to Breakfast Club every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. But you can do this from any room on X. You just go in there, hang out, people start seeing your face, and all of a sudden they know your voice, and all of a sudden you get a little more, and then boom, hit them with the show. That's how you're going to do it. That's if you want to be smart about it. You can do it whatever other way you want to try, but I'm telling you, Zach is fucking giving me all these applause, and me and Zach don't agree on everything. So I'm telling you, this is how you do it.
But if you want to go faster than that, you can get on Shark Tank Wednesday. We can DM you some information.
And get on Shark Tank Wednesdays as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so good. I've never shielded at all anyway, so I just sort of like, this was a space. So the market media sort of told me to come here. I didn't know what to expect. So that's
they want you.
Yeah, no. Welcome to the space. 100%.
Yeah, it's just because this is sort of my first time. I didn't realize what you guys were talking about. Sort of. No, that's so good. It's so good. I just
no. Listen, we can talk about right now. We're talking about overall meme coin season in the crypto markets. What is your take right now? I'm going to give you a layup. What is your take on the 65K Bitcoin right now, and how do you think that's going to affect the meme coin markets over the next 2 weeks?
Okay, I think because the election is happening, and I think the reserve has did what it did. Like Bitcoin's definitely going to all-time high, and I think this is a new sort of new age for crypto because of Binance and the way everything's changing. Like, to me, I've just sort of, which I think in the meme space, we've been focusing on the CTO sort of revolution. So that's what that's what we're thinking about. Like, that's, to me, is the meme space at the moment. And I think when it looks like SHIB is coming back, so that's like the first sign of like the bull run. That's literally the confirmation. That's how I look at it. Like, that's how everybody looks at it. Like, you know, in the DeFi space, especially like the degen space. If you guys can hear me.
No, we got you,
That
bro.
was great. That was great. Yeah. See, listen, come do that for a month straight and then start showing. Trust.
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
No, 100%, bro. Yeah, I mean,
I just listen.
yeah, no, like we just want to keep an organic conversation. That's really what it comes down to. So the other thing that just came in, guys, PCE data just came in, personal consumption expenditures. So that is helping Bitcoin, I think, a little bit. You know, we look at the Bitcoin versus dollar. They're the DXY. Bitcoin's pumping, DXY is dumping right now. So we're getting good data. Here's the other thing. The market's getting ready for more interest rate cuts. I think that's getting priced in right now. I think that's why one of the reasons we're seeing this pump. That coupled with more clarity when whoever becomes president, regardless of who it is, will be more. There will be more clarity in the market. So we got a lot of things working in our favor right now. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people start to say now, like Bitcoin 70K right around the corner. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, are we heading towards 70 before we dip back down below? Let's say this. Do we go below 60 or over 70 first? Below 60 or over 70 first? Zach, what do you got?
You should put it
Below.
out.
I think it's just going to pump. I think it's just going to pump.
I think we're gonna hit 80K, man, during the November. I think we're gonna hit 80K.
November 7th is the next Fed meeting, by the way. So that'll be big too. The expectation is 25 basis point move again. You know, for a while there, the Fed meetings didn't really matter, but now they do with interest rate cuts expected the rest of the year, and I think even into 2025. They were boring there for a while because nothing happened. It was like, status quo, blah, blah, blah. They were interesting when they were hiking them, and now they're interesting again when they're cutting them. Yeah, bro.
We're in the bull run. People don't realize it. You don't know you're in it until you're in it. I think we're in it completely. I mean, look at Bitcoin, $66,000. How can you not say we're in a bull run? It may not be dramatic at this moment, but we're in it. So
yeah, people don't know you're in the bull run until months that started. Just like a bear market. For me, the bear market started right on Thanksgiving, 2021, when the Omicron hit. That's when everything, the downtrend started. You know, and people didn't admit it was a bear market until what? April? Like 8 months later is when everybody was like, all right, we're in a bear market, you know? Just like a bull market, you know? That's just the way it is.
Hey, how about this? Just months ago.
Zach, real quick, guys. We have a half hour left. We might go a little over if Zach is feeling a little gracious with the room. But guys, if you haven't shared, liked, and retweeted and all that other bullshit to help us out, help a brother out. Share the room, follow all the speakers. Yo, give SPCoin a little follow. They came up here a little nervous, but they're here. They had to come in front of the fucking tribunal of the High Court of the Crypto Breakfast Club, but they're in the room. Fuck it, give them a follow. I'm not saying invest. I don't know what the fuck their coin is. But you know what? He came on the stage. Give him a follow. Give everyone on the stage a follow because, guys, we are here 5 days a week, hanging out with you. Telegram, basically 24/7. Go join our Telegram. It's a Crypto Breakfast Club. You're here to eat breakfast, and you're going to like it. Thank you.
Got a quick tidbit, and I see we got some speakers up here, Mutasco and Ambidextrous. We'll get to Ambidextrous and then Mutasco here in just a second, but just some other macro news. By the way, almost 1,000 people with us live on YouTube and X, so shout out to everybody listening in. Appreciate you guys there. Much appreciate you guys. Real quick, so BlackRock, obviously, always a huge story, right? Their holdings now getting close to $24 billion. $24 billion worth of Bitcoin. Insane. BlackRock's holdings, it feels like just yesterday we talked about BlackRock owning 1% of the Bitcoin supply. They're almost at 2%. They're almost at 2% of the Bitcoin supply. So 1.7, they own 1.7% of the total Bitcoin supply right now. So get you some damn Bitcoin before BlackRock has to lend it to you. Ambidextrous, what's up, bro? Ambidextrous, what's up? What's up? Okay, we'll go up to Mutasco.
Do I need to start playing the drums?
What's that song?
Can you hear me, guys?
I knew Mutasco was coming.
Yeah,
He had to do the
what's up?
he had to do the old headphone switcheroo. I knew he was coming.
Well, Zach, you missed it. Yesterday we started playing drums for his entrance and exit, so people knew. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Hey, good morning. How are you? Are you
I'm back now, Stu. Hopefully this works out for next time. But I took a lap. I'm back.
All right. Yeah, we'll get you. We'll get you. Yeah, we got everybody now. Ambidextrous, we'll get you right up here after Mutasco. Glad to have you back. Yeah, Mutasco, we got you, man. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
No, I was just gonna say, man, this level on SHIB is like making me excited, and I've been waiting for this for a long time. So I'm not gonna use the word deserve, but I end my excitement, and that's good. What's to come is actually biggest, so I can't wait to see that all play out. It actually reminds me of you guys remember the chatbot Mark Zuckerberg had. He had started a chatbot called M, and M was going to be designed to answer all of your questions, from restaurant orders to flights to everything you need to do. But then he kind of pushed it away. I don't know, because I recently heard he was on Dokesh Patel's podcast, and I kind of had a sense that he may be bringing that M chatbot back. But the point I'm trying to make there is the market is doing some things here. I have a corporate account with ISM, and ISM kind of provides, they go directly to manufacturers. So I always kind of, when I wake up every day, I have like 3 spaces I go into, like 5 in the morning, my time, 6, 7, and then your space. And these are very structured spaces, right? Just to get my head around what's going on globally. And one of the things that I've learned in the past 3 years is this: consistency pays. But I also sometimes bring my outside professional experience into this space to gauge the sentiment. With the rate cuts that is going on, what I see is this, and this is what I've seen probably 12 months ago. It was kind of sketchy because, whenever I get a report, and this is a report that I get just based on my membership, right? It's not information that gets out there early for even news like media stations to get. It's after the fact, so they get to report pieces of it. But I get to dive into it, and I see the responses on what's going on, and it's always about the manufacturers, right? What is their pain? Are prices still going up? Because the key factor of why we're getting rate hikes that we've had for the past 2.5 years was because of inflation. And so when you want to gauge inflation and where it is at, I mean, you can sense it from Jerome Powell's speech, but you can also gauge where we're headed by looking at
what these manufacturers do, right? And I think it's a little bit sticky for me because there are some months where the report comes out and it's bullish that, oh my gosh, prices are coming down. But there are times also where it gets a little shaky. But what usually informs my forecast is I look at not in 2 months, not 3 months, but maybe 40 months. What is the trend, right? And it shows clearly that the trend is that it's gliding and heading down. And that's what I focus on, because at the end of the day, if you ignore that, you're going to be stuck with the noise. And so at this point, before we get into what could potentially happen, my goal is to stay focused for the next 12 months. And I know I've said this before, FOMO usually beats intellect, okay? FOMO, it's something you can't explain. Because when we're in these spaces and we're talking, a lot of people who haven't actually gone through the grind of all of this noise that we've all been used to, they can throw money at anything at any moment, especially when chats are flying out, right? So just be careful out there. But I'm not going to teach anybody nothing. You have to go through the pain. You make the mistake, you learn from it. And then if you haven't learned, you repeat it again and you get spanked again, right? So if you don't change, you get spanked all the time. But there are people who are going to learn. And I always say this, you just have to put in the time, right? This is a very, very exciting moment for this space, especially for crypto. And I'll come back in after Ambi speaks, because I don't want to go on a run here. I'm just going to say a highlight on this, that I don't know anything that would make me bearish on the market. Like, it's going to be very difficult, especially from now on. There's a little bit of risk, though, along the line, depending on who wins the election. But it is possible, it's highly likely, it could be a razor 10 margin for Kamala. She might pull it through. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there are people who are just going to, on the back end, they're choosing who they want to be the president. And if they miss out, we're all screwed, right? Because then most people are going to pull up their money and the market is going to go down. Just so everybody knows, by the way, I think it was a week ago, Arthur Hayes, I don't know, it was on chain. So he had put in $250,000 on Pepe, I believe. So I'm kind of eyeing some of the top 5. I mean, it gets reshuffled a lot, so I usually just lose track of it. But the top 5, top 10 meme coins, when big money is going, they're going to probably play that game first. They're not going to, because they'll throw a little bit here and there and make a lot of money. I've seen some of these people actually move certain chats, right? With, for example, I saw that, and I saw certain key players that like to do the degen games pump this chat unbelievably to the billions. So I was like, oh my gosh. So it works. So just pay attention, stay calm. What is about to happen is just going to be insane for this market. And I can't wait to see it play out, because that will prepare me for the next bear market. Go ahead, Ambi.
Yeah, I mean, I have a different approach on what the market looks like right now, just because I've been in the game a little bit, just like you have as well. And you spoke on that for a while, on people, grinding and putting in the work and having the experience. And I think, as we educate people, they're going to learn from our mistakes 100%. But what you said is 100% true. Like, they got to learn. And we've been here for a long time, so we have the education, we have a lot of the knowledge. The way I look at this is a little bit untraditional from everybody else. I look at it like we're we have this recipe, or we have this product that we want to create, and it has ingredients, almost like a cake. And, with every bull and bear market, we're building a different product, and people forget to realize what new ingredients are going into this product that we're building. And that's what you have to look at. People are still stuck on looking at things that they were looking at in 2017, but You can't look at it that way. You have to look at all of the things that we just spoke about here. And I won't beat you over the head with the same stuff that we just talked about. But everything that happens daily is a new ingredient, especially now. You're seeing the bear markets and the bull markets. They have a little bit less time in between them. And before, I'd say in 2017, you'd see a 30% retracement in Bitcoin at least after a bull market. You know, now it's looking a little bit shorter. And that's because of the new ingredients that are coming into the play. You know, so we're building a new product here. So people need to make sure that they're paying attention to all those new things that are coming into play here, because we can't keep on looking at things the same way, because there's bigger people coming into the game now that are more forward thinking, have a little bit more advantage, and are taking over the game. And that gives us the perceived legitimacy. It really gives us what we're asking for, but are we keeping up with them? You know, so that's the thing, is I hear the same things in a lot of these spaces, not this space specifically at all. Actually, it's very forward thinking, and you get a lot of information. And I try to dumb it down for people sometimes by using this analogy, but that's exactly what it is. You know, keep on paying attention to the current events, stay up to times, and learn from the past mistakes, and just get your head in the game. That's it, you know. But I really do think it's hard to call right now as far as what's going to happen. I mean, I don't think anybody's really qualified to do that. Like, we can give our honest opinions, and some people have been in the game a lot longer than other people, and they're more qualified than others. But as long as they're including the new ingredients that are going to this product that we call cryptocurrency, that's just my take.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, I think that's a really good point. Hold on, Pate, let me get this off my chest, because I think that's a really interesting point. We have to remember this. Other than Bitcoin, and you might say Ethereum, well, let's say this. Some would say the entire crypto market is super speculative and you're absolutely crazy for investing in it. Some other people would say you're crazy for investing in anything but Bitcoin, right? But we have to remember this. Outside of Bitcoin, everything is speculative. Everything is up in the air, but it's where the biggest opportunities lie. I take this back to the .com era. People made millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars on companies that no longer exist. That's just the nature of the beast. So there are certain assets where you get into because that's what's hot. That's the narrative. They're not necessarily long-term holds, though. There's a difference between, you know, accumulating Bitcoin, which I think is a solidified asset, in my opinion. It's the new gold. That's how I look at it. That's my opinion. Versus everything else is a trade. I know Zach shares this same sentiment, and that could change. That could change over time. But right now, that's where I sit. And you have to look at it like that. And I think a lot of people come into it, especially new people, and they look at, you know, something like, what's a good example here? I mean, let's even take a top 100. You know, something like Hedera. They look at it as the same as Bitcoin. I'm just going to hold it for 10 years. And you just can't look at it like that. Hedera might be great. It might be phenomenal. You know, who knows? But I mean, when you 8 to 10x your Hedera holdings, you know, it might be a good idea to take profits and pour that back into Bitcoin. Not financial advice, right? Because you just don't know. It's a speculative market. And I think Raoul Paul says this best. You know, somebody asked him, I forget exactly how it went down, but somebody was like, you know, Raoul, like, you're such a savvy investor. Why do you spend so much time in crypto? And he's like, because it's where the biggest money can be had. I don't have to be right 10 years from now. I just have to be right in the next 10 months and make a shit ton of money because I guessed right for the next 10 months. And think about that. I mean, think about how much money you could have made on Pepe already just speculating on the last year and a half. Or SHIB when it did its run. You know, so I'm not saying sell all your bags or whatever. Keep a moon bagged. Do whatever you want. Do whatever the hell you want. But what I'm telling you is the entire market's speculative. Nobody has a damn clue what's going to be here outside of Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum and probably your stable coins, which, you know, they're the glue that keeps the market together. You know, your top 2 stable coins. I mean, everything else, BNB, Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, on varying levels, they're all speculative though. And that's okay. Embrace it. Create profit-taking strategies. Create a 5-10-year plan on how you're going to have, you know, make crypto change your life. And guess what? That includes taking profits at some point or else it's not changing your life, right? I mean, so that's different for everybody, but I think that's a really good point that you brought up, because a lot of the newbies that come in, I know we all felt this, right? Like number go up, number go up, number go up. We're just going to be rich forever, and we don't have to think about taking profits or selling or anything like that. No, I mean, that's the furthest thing from the truth, right? I want to get Azumi in here, a new speaker, and then we'll get back to Mutasco. Azumi, what's going on?
You skipped me, Zach, but okay.
Oh, my bad, Paid. Go ahead. Paid, get in there, and then we'll get to Azumi.
Paid wanted to announce his G-Coin Thursdays group that he's starting right now.
Yes,
well, that's funny because he
it's
never
actually
cheats.
led by Mar.
Yeah, that's funny because he
I
doesn't.
do want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But no, real quick, I was just going to say about the whole, like, we all have experience and, like, you know, we're trying to educate people in a room and stuff. But, like, lessons not learned in blood are soon forgotten. So a lot of new people getting into this space, they can come in this room and hear us all say, like, oh, take profits, or, oh, don't, you know, like I said earlier, don't put everything on a green candle right now. And they're going to do it anyway, right? But if you actually did listen, you know, not financial advice, but if you actually did take some, you know, some experience that you don't have to go through that we all went through, you're going to do far better than having to do it this cycle. And then now you got to wait till next cycle to actually really make money. We already been through all this shit. We already got rug. We already went through everything. You already have all these lessons. Just listen. Like, not financial advice, but like, not even about the plays or anything, but just listen to the actual strategies. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Paige, you don't have it until you sell it. You don't have the money until you sell it. Plain and simple. You could be crypto rich, but doesn't mean you're real life rich, because you could wake up the next day and they could all be gone. So that's why I say take profits. I know everyone's laughing at me, but I don't really give a fuck. It is what it is. You do not have the money until you have the money. Plain and simple.
And at the end of the day, Zach, I mean, I think your strategy, you and I are similar in this. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, what's my overall goal? How much Bitcoin can I accumulate by trading altcoins? That's really what it comes down to for me. How much Bitcoin can I accumulate by fucking guessing right on a ton of altcoins? And I'll continue to do that.
My strategy.
I'll just continue to do it.
To that because
because
they have the ETF. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
my kid's biggest holdings is Bitcoin. Same reason.
Yeah, bro. Like, you have to have that backbone. If you're coming in here with 10 grand and placing it all on speculative meme coins, I mean, yeah, you can win, but that is the fast track of getting wrecked too. I mean, so you've got to be able to build like a backbone in your portfolio, and it starts and ends with Bitcoin for me. I mean, there are altcoins where, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, this could be a good long-term play, right? But I just don't know yet. I know for a fact I feel comfortable holding Bitcoin for the next 10 years. Do I feel comfortable holding anything else for 10 years? That's a question. I mean, that's a legit way to think about it.
I can counter that a little bit because I would throw Ethereum in there now.
I would probably throw ETH in there too. But here's what I would say, Zach. How much money do I want to put in ETH versus using that capital to speculate on Sui or Solana? Like, how much more money could I make speculating on some of the newer stuff than holding Ethereum? I mean, I think Ethereum's a great long-term play too. And I have
on their deflationary period at the moment, right? Like, I mean, that's what Ethereum is based on. It's unlimited. So it's like, how profitable can it be based on this deflationary mechanism at the moment? It's like, that's what it is.
Would I rather hold Ethereum or SHIB, the largest ERC20 crypto that goes up 17% when ETH's up 5%? You know, like,
I would still think on ETH. I look at market caps and liquidity, honestly.
100%. And ETH has an ETF. I don't think it's going anywhere. But I mean, can you say with confidence that Ethereum in 5 years is going to be the top smart contract platform? Like 100% confidence?
No, but I think it's going to be the top layer one that people are going to get into. Because think of, I go back to the basics, opening wallets and all that stuff, crypto.com. What are they feeding you to? They're feeding you to ETH and Bitcoin first. And people are going to buy that first.
Yeah.
Whether they get out of it, you know, a lot of people aren't in the trenches like we are, and they're going to just go buy ETH Bitcoin and go back to their job.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think it's going anywhere.
And if I'm a betting man, I'm betting on ETH. Don't hear me wrong, right? I mean, you've got a lot of reasons to bet on ETH. ETFs, liquidity, market cap. They've got, you know, the longevity. They've got, you know, BlackRock partnering with their RWA platform. I mean, if I'm a betting man, it's ETH. But I don't feel as strongly about Ethereum as I do Bitcoin. Like, there's a difference there, is all I'm saying, right? There's just a difference level. There's a different level of confidence there with Bitcoin and ETH, you know? And so I've got some Ethereum. I won't sell it, right? But I don't want to necessarily accumulate so much ETH where, you know, I could use 40 or 50% of that's just sitting in ETH to go speculate on SUI and big time the next, you know, and assets like this and meme coins for the next, you know, 6 to 12 months. And then I could power drive that back into ETH later, or Bitcoin later. You know what I mean? So it's like that balance, you know what I mean? Of how much do I want to just drive in there and let it sit versus take advantage of all this speculation. And whether those things exist or not, it really doesn't matter. If you have a profit-taking plan and you have goals to put that back into, let's say, Bitcoin, or back into real estate, or back into your business, or back into stocks, or whatever. I mean, that's how I'm thinking about this, at least. I mean, Azumi, I think they've been waiting. Azumi, go ahead. We'll let Azumi get in here, new speaker. And by the way, guys, if you're brand new, come on up. We'll go a little over 11:30. I got to get off probably around like 11:45. So we'll take it to 11:45 today. It's been a good space. We got over 1,000 people listening in to live, which is awesome. Azumi, what's going on?
Zach, are we meeting today?
I might be able to for a few. Yeah, like we can meet after. Yeah, let's do that. Let's meet after for a few. Azumi, what's up? I can't hear him. Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, we can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear him.
You might have to take a lap and then come back.
Yeah, Azumi, drop down and come back up. I heard him the first time, I think. Yeah, have him come back up. In the meantime, let's see here. If Azumi comes right back up, we'll get him in here.
I'll tell you about my trip to Central America.
Okay.
Yes, it was fun. I just got back yesterday. On a 10-day trip to Central America. It was amazing.
Nice, bro.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were serious.
But I won't tell you guys about it. I am serious. I did go. I just got back yesterday. I'm so tired.
Nice, bro. Okay, Azumi's back up here. Here we go. Azumi, what's up? See if we can hear you now. Azumi?
I can't hear us.
Is it okay if I call you Azumi?
That just sounds like a great ticker name.
It does.
Right?
Zach, they look like a project also, by the way.
Okay. All right, we'll go to Mutasco.
I wanted to nickname it, so I knew it was a good one.
We'll go to Mutasco and then Mar.
No, I'll land the plane. I tagged you, Zach, on your eyes. Zach, I tagged you on something because you were saying something earlier. I think we may need a whole space on that because I really want to dive deeper into the OTC market, the crypto OTC market, and how we can all play that game. It's fascinating, but I kind of tagged you on a 2021 post on, I think it was Solana, has to do with Solana price. This is a VC fund, and I mean, these people have a lot of money, right? And they don't have to break the bank to make this ridiculous excess on these things, right? So the opportunity from what you were saying earlier is just massive. And I think one of the things that I think people are discounting about Ethereum is that if you look right now, and I always tell people, if you're worried and you can't sleep, if you have at least $50,000 and you buy into Bitcoin right now, I mean, there's no way
people are estimating half of, the half, going into half of gold market cap. That's a stretch, but is it feasible? If it is, and you believe that you don't want to deal with all the nonsense that we have to deal with daily, and you just grab one Bitcoin right now, if that becomes a reality, that one Bitcoin could be $400,000, right? That's not the same as to put in the same amount in Ethereum, because if Ethereum stretches to $1 trillion market cap today, you're not going to make the same amount of return. Okay, so bear in mind, I'm not comparing it exactly here. You get my drift there. But if you're somebody who you're not worried, you just want to I don't want to play this risky game. That's what's on the plate for you. Okay, and you don't have to put $50,000. You don't need one Bitcoin. You could just maybe keep a fraction of it. Who cares? But you don't want to stay out of Bitcoin. That's one thing that I think we have to hammer on, because the thing with Ethereum that I think people discount also is that, and I've read a lot of narratives around what it could be and all that. And one that actually was compelling to me was, think about, if you go on ultrasound.money and you look at how much Ethereum is staked, right? And then you use that dashboard and say, okay, this is the United States. Okay, what's the total GDP of the United States today? And then you say, okay, what is the spend on the defense budget? And then you say, okay, what is the percentage of that spend to the GDP? Now, if you take out that and you say, okay, well, the world is changing. A lot of people, and I think China just tested how many drones. A lot of people are looking at cyber attacks as one of the next whatever version of risky things that nation states should worry about. And if you go and look up what the current cyber attacks cost is to the United States, from companies to government infrastructure, that's a lot. So think about it this way. Take BlackRock, take all these companies that are gobbling up Bitcoin and some of them buying Ethereum, and then try to think about a future where the dollar is digitized, most of activities will be digital, and AI is merged into it, because Sam has this ambitious dream, right? And we live in a world where cyber attacks are now the channel for everybody to budget to defend their territory. So you have a business, it's a corporate, publicly traded company. What are you going to do? If we get into that world where everything is tokenized, you then have to ask the question, which company could survive? Which company could play a key role? And there's this whole narrative around Ether as a defense asset or something like that. And I think about it because I feel like it's a pilot. And because it's a pilot, you don't need it to happen right now. You just need to project out and see the amount of mind share that is within the Ethereum Foundation and the research team. They're thinking 5-10 years out. So if you have that amount of time and you're time rich, let's say you're 20 years old and you're learning about, yesterday we had a space and there was a 20-year-old kid who was literally blew my mind. The fact that he thinks the way he thinks is just inspiring, right? And so think about somebody like that who has time on their side. And they're in this space and understanding the opportunity. You don't need to rush. You don't need, because people are some people are either money rich, okay, and time poor. So they may be in their 60s, they have a lot of money, but they're not willing to risk it, okay? And there are other people who somehow they have the time, but they don't have the money. And so, but they don't understand that this is an opportunity, and how you get into it, it could be slow and then you get in. The last comment I'll make is I saw a tweet yesterday. You talk about Raul Powell. He's a very good speaker, very intelligent guy. He has a lot of macro experience. I've learned a lot from the guy. And I saw Michael Saylor did a reply to his tweet yesterday when he was so bullish on Sui. And Michael Saylor said, Bitcoin misses you. And I was cracking out because I was like, I don't understand the Bitcoin maxis. people cannot talk about anything else but Bitcoin. When people move on, they're like, oh, Bitcoin misses you. Well, no, F that. The space has multiple options. And if you can't see that, good luck. Okay, good luck. Just me exploring with Sui doesn't mean that I don't own Bitcoin. Okay, so I had to crack out on that because it was like, oh really? Is Michael Saylor's Twitter handle hacked, or is it really him trying to bait Raoul Powell into like, hey, come back to Bitcoin? Well, he holds Bitcoin. In fact, he bought Bitcoin at $200. Okay, he has a lot of Bitcoin. Maybe his Sui might go 50x, and he could buy more Bitcoin. I don't understand how that doesn't make any sense to any Bitcoiner. I've been in most of their spaces, and sometimes it spins my brain. It just spins my brain because not everybody is in your position. You have to appreciate the fact that people have to learn to get to where you're at. And so again, and I'm going to end with this. There's a good example I'm going to give people between Snap and I think it's Snapchat. When you guys remember when Mark Zuckerberg offered $3 billion to buy them out, and the CEO was courageous enough to say no to it, and then they ended up going public, right? And today I think Snap is sitting at $16-17 billion market cap. So, but how long did it take to get there? It takes time. It's not that snappy. Crypto spoils most of us, right? We want it now. We want to put money in. We want to flip it right now. There's also that, but there's also the companies like Apple, Amazon, the stuff that we want to pay attention to so we can put money in gradually so that when this plays out, you're on the winning side, right? Again, if the CEO of Snap had given that $3 billion, taken that $3 billion when it was offered, in fact, they went public in 2017, I believe, right? But Facebook offered them that $3 billion, I think, in 2012. So if you look at the timeline, and again, this is just an outlier example, but I'm just giving you that example that these unicorns exist today in crypto. Are you looking for those unicorns as well? Or you just put in 90% of your money into shitcoins? Okay? And there's a lot of opportunity to do that. Ma, take the plane.
Yeah, before he fucking crashes it, take it, Ma. Hurry, take it.
No, yeah, man. No, I just want to leave you guys, with this information on Friday. Look, again, not financial advice, but we've had a few pumps during the whole year with Bitcoin, and but this, and I could be wrong. This pump right now that we're having, it feels more organic. We were supposed to not be in these numbers during September, so that's bullish. So I truly believe like this cannot be a fake out. I truly believe that if this one is not the start of a bull market, I'm gonna start being a little bit concerned. This time it does feel right. It just feels right this time. The last few times people are like bull market, even though we did have a nice pump towards the end of last year and this year. But I'm confident, I think, that the market is going to stay strong probably until like March. And who knows from there, just whenever you see people, I've always said it, whenever you see someone that never spoke about crypto, wanting to get into crypto, it's time to start, again, not financial advice, but it's time to start selling a little bit of those bags that if you were planning of ever selling. But yeah, man. And at the end, guys, I'm tough with Caspa, but if you got to go with the money tap. BlackRock is big on mining. Remember that they own a big percentage of shares and stuff like that when it comes to mining. But
thank you.
If I look 7 years ahead, I'll still see Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin as number one. And I see Ethereum right where it's at. but I could truly see Kaspa easily in the top 5, 7 years from now. What those people have built is insane. That's why I'm tough on them. But at the end, I truly believe Kaspa is probably the only blockchain out there that could actually give a run to Ethereum. It's just gonna take time, and again, I'm just bullish on their tech, and just it's a proof of work, and BlackRock knows that there's a lot of money there, but they invested a lot of money into mining. So yeah, that's my take, man. I would be very disappointed if we start talking next week or in the next 2-3 weeks about fucking Bitcoin back to the 40s again. And don't forget the story I told you guys at the beginning, how my friend, a close friend of mine, lost his position on Bitcoin, and it sucks. It sucks, but that's why I always say I don't sell my Bitcoin until I finally say this is the profit I wanted to take. And some people will never sell the Bitcoin, even during a bear market. They don't care. They see it as a Bitcoin. They don't even see the price on it. Which that's special, That's special when there's a project, a currency out there that investors don't even care so much about the price. They know what they're building, and Kaspa feels that way too. I'm not going to push it. I know I'm tough on them, but yeah, Kaspa is one of those assets that feels special to hold, no matter the price. But with that, I'll land the plane, and yeah, I think. Listen, I think we're heading to a nice bull run.
You do?
I just got called the other day, and Matasco explained it. Just seeing Ethereum gas fees going up. It's I think it's a sign.
You're a smart man. I just tagged you on the report. You can go read it on the blog.
I'll see you tonight.
You kind of get the take. I don't know how you say these things, but when you say them, sometimes I get it from a
Andrew had
angle. So
tonight.
That's why I'm shouting you out. What's up. And I like when people just keep
I don't know who
like, oh yeah, the altcoins are not whatever. Well, cool. You have to understand that this era, and we're going to wait to see whether this plays out. And if it plays out, as humans as we are, we're very good at pattern recognition. So everybody will absorb this trend and use it as the next narrative. But when it's happening in real time, people don't understand it. Ethereum is a big deal. Now, is it going to play out right now? No. But we have to pay attention to it, because I feel like the Ethereum strategy is segregating the value, right? You have high value, you have low value. So they've managed to create that opportunity where you can now have these other transactions happen here, but there's all kind of part of the same ecosystem. And it's a big deal, but people are not connecting that. I don't understand.
Well, I think Matasco, with a good point would be like, how much recognition does the energy company get in the United States or in any country? Nobody gives a shit about the energy company, right? But they're providing a legit service that we couldn't operate without that, correct? And I think Ethereum will eventually operate as that type of situation.
You're right. And that's a very good analogy, by the way. I'm like, man, that the national grid, and you ask who holds the infrastructure, what's the core infrastructure? Yeah, you go to every state, and they call them subnets, right? Substations that are branded by names. You could Excel Energy or that, but are they all operating under the same infrastructure? That's what it is. And I think that's what Facebook is trying to accomplish right now. And for anybody who wants to get what I'm saying, I think Zuckerberg did a very good job explaining this AI evolution that we're entering into in that Darkesh Patel's podcast. It's about 2 hours, but he went on a rant on just how important it is to have open source infrastructure. But then if you have it, if everybody ends up adopting it, then you're creating this implied standard, right? Look at the shipping industry, right? We have shipping containers have to get standardized. And once they got standardized, if we're shipping something, there is a set measurement, right? And when that happens, who wins? Whoever created the core infrastructure wins. But a lot of people right now are measuring win based on micro. They're like, well, yeah, the L2s are capturing all the fees. Okay, great. But eventually, if we end up with a standard, right? Because the more you have L2s and all that, the more you have the mind share around Solidity. As you know, there's like 3 core languages, right? Solidity, Move, and Rust.
Hello.
And there are different blockchains that are experimenting these different languages, right? But if you think about network effect and the infrastructure that is going to lead in that era, most people are not going to start to like, I'm going to rebuild my own from the scratch. No, they're going to rather adapt it. And that's what we're beginning to see.
What's
Sony,
up? Anything
you see all these companies. I'm just going to let Larry hammer on that. But I get really excited when we're talking about infrastructure, talking about all the long-term thing. If I have money, I'll create a single fund on Ethereum. I'll just dump the money in there and just sit on it. Because guess what? I understand it enough to know that 5 years from now, if it doesn't play out, cool, I'll just take out my money again. Welcome, Larry. I hope you're doing good. And the situation is getting long.
Real quick. Hold on, guys.
Okay.
Zach said he wanted to end this at 45. Zach, do you want to continue this or how you want to do this?
Hold on one sec. Hey, I'm on the other phone. I'm on the other line real quick. We can keep it going for a little bit. Pate, I'll be right back.
All right. Go.
Hey guys, it's been a while. Yeah, it's I'm in Turkey right now, and it's funny that Tesco's always talking about something that's relevant.
You sound like a turkey right now. Can you get closer to the mic?
Yeah, Larry, your mic sounds awful, bro. It's Turkey's internet might be worse than Morocco's because that does not sound good.
I mean, I like turkey sandwiches, but I'd prefer if you were like a ham sandwich right now. That'd be great.
Also, I don't know if Mac was also.
Is this better?
Yeah, you sound like you're in a train, like in Narnia. So, like, we're giving you through the line The Witch in the Wardrobe. Yo, shout out if anyone gets that reference. But it sounds like you're in a whole different dimension right now.
Sounds like you have your phone in your prison pocket.
You sound like, let me be nice here. You sound like the coming bull run. It sounds like it's coming, but it's not coming. But we're here.
Only Mutasco. Only him. Just to ring it back in.
Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. We got Zaza up here. We got Max. Larry will probably take a lap and come back in. Max, you're on the stage. What's going on? How are you? What's happening?
I can't hear Max.
All right.
You can't hear Max? Okay, I can hear Max.
I can too.
Max, can you take a lap real quick? Thank you. Larry, get back here. Larry, let's
all right. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm in a kind of a remote area, but it's funny that Mutasco was talking about, a main layer infrastructure, and I'm telling you, I'm in Turkey right now, and from the meetings I've had, there's going to be like, I don't know, a version 4 of Ethereum coming. There's going to be a main structural language. We talked about all like Solidity and go along. We always talked about all of the, having a chain agnostic, layer agnostic solution that's really coming from Ethereum. And you have to look at like the parallels. We haven't had nuclear power plant production at this pace in a long time. So there's a huge connection between data and power and being chain agnostic. My time here in Turkey has shown me from the meetings that I have with like Sirius Exchange in Reykjavik, some of the other state subsidized entities here in Turkey. That solution is coming for sure.
Yo, Larry, I'm going to be honest with you. You sound like you're driving through a storm. I'm like, it literally sounds, I hope you play this back later today. It sounds like you're not even riding the train. You are the conductor of the train and you're going through a storm right now.
It paid. He's filming Twister 3 right now. Okay, he's getting it done.
That's the thing is, I really was in Twister 3 like a week ago. There are two of them. That's the ironic part.
Doesn't even exist right now.
No, you sound a little bit better right now. But I'm just giving you a heads up.
All right.
You have information to
Is this
get out.
better? Is this better?
Yeah, that is better. Don't move. Don't move.
The parallel that Matasco is talking about is every nation that's we haven't had all these nuclear power plants and green energy initiatives built at this level, but the thing that they all have in common is they are building into a common infrastructure language, and that's going to be the Ethereum, variant 4. It's going to be an evolution of Ethereum that's going to be able to bring all of the different languages together. That's what they're working on right now. My time in Turkey is I went. There's been more nuclear power plants being built here, India, the UAE. All of that is being driven on alternative power or renewable power or green power. So pretty big now. So it's coming. It's in common with Ethereum cross-chain and cross-layers common language, and you can see that also all policy side too. So that's the big thing they all have in common. You want to have a bullish checkpoint or bullish indicator, but for all the countries that are building nuclear power plants or renewable power sources right now, that's the trend. And you put that in parallel with all of the nations that have stratified or made Ethereum policy and compliance green. That's my alpha for you right now. It's happening.
I think what you mean too is dependability, right? Because like the analogy was one thing, but like dependability is another thing, right? And when it comes to Ethereum on topic, it's just as like the dependency on that for projects building under it is just the same, and that's why we use that analogy. I use the analogy of just the power company because they don't get very much recognition, but they supply a service that most people won't know that they're using for the most part, and that's important for people to realize.
Well, I mean, the big signal though is for the nations that are diving, deep. It's not the power company analogy that I'm using. It's quite literal. I mean, all of these nations are again building nuclear power plants. When we haven't had any nuclear power plants built for the last 3 decades in any large quantities. You have the UAE, you have India, you have Turkey. They're all building these plants, not because they need any more energy, but they need an excess of energy for all the technologies that are going to be coming. We always talk about Ethereum as, the metaphor for, the financial commodity. But again, if we look back to it, it's just that it should be, as it's always been accepted to be, was a vehicle for data, not just the financial commodity. And there's a parallel in line with all of the infrastructure development.
Yeah, and data is transferred so much more or less, so much more efficiently because like of quantum power that it uses. So like it's not even. When it comes to data and what we're doing, the transfer of data is so much more efficient and so much faster than it is with electricity. And that's why you see your power lines, you see data lines rather than power lines. So, I mean, it's a good analogy 100%, but like the truth is like data being transferred is a different story and it's a little bit more efficient. And that's something that is more, I think, important to our sector than electricity, unless you're mining 24/7.
Sure. No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, it's of course the resurgence of POWs now, and the launching of at least 30 new POWs that are being talked about or implemented right now. But beyond that, it's all the compute power. The compute power is what's in parallel for all this data aggregation, and that's what I'm talking about. Is all the countries that have made Ethereum compliance and regulatorily accepted are having a trend of building larger and larger energy infrastructure.
You're kind of cutting out, but I think that like you're saying that they have to like most businesses in other countries. What I know, because I work with EOS USA, I work with a couple other mining companies. They've had to work with local governments in South America to build more infrastructure to accommodate them. Is that what you're suggesting?
No. What I'm saying is, yes, the mining is a certain segment. I work for BTOG, so I consult for BTOG for the last 5 years. And like the new hydropower initiative
Larry, I love you, but this is awful. You keep cutting out.
Dude, he said hydropower, and I fucking literally just almost got a semi right now, and then he cut out. It fucking sucks.
It's a little weird to admit on his face. But Larry, listen, I love you, but come back. You sound sometimes great, and then sometimes like worse than I ever sounded. I sound bad on here.
Don't worry, you still sound bad. It's all good. Have you seen me?
Hey, all right, guys, real quick. Let me jump in.
All right, well, I agree with you.
Let me jump in here. This has been great. Larry, thank you so much for tuning back in. I'm upset we didn't get to meet up. I don't know if you end up getting out to Singapore. It was a whirlwind, dude, but we definitely got to meet back up, and definitely want to get more insights from you here in the next space. But I'm going to close this one down right now. I see Kova up here too. Shout out to everybody. I'm going to close this one down for today. We went over time a little bit. I got a few things I want to jump to, but Larry, great to have you back. Everybody here, thank you guys so much for making this possible. It's great to be back hosting too. Thanks to Paid and Zach for keeping things rolling. Back in the States now. And yeah, so we're going to continue to have these great conversations, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll set it up for tomorrow as well at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So
We're not going tomorrow, Zach. It's the weekend.
Oh, today's Friday. Jeez, oh man, dude, I'm still screwed up. Tomorrow is Saturday. Okay, we'll be back Monday, guys. Oh my gosh, we'll be back Monday. Much love. Back Monday. Man, we got to wait a whole 2 days. I was just getting started again, and now we got to wait. Okay, all right, that's fine. We'll be back Monday. Appreciate you guys. I'll be pumping out some content too. So if you guys want to check that out, check out my YouTube channel. Obviously, follow everybody here on X. If you guys are looking for a trading indicator, I've got that, xtiago.com, 30-day money-back guarantee. It's been on fire lately. And if you want to trade with me, I've got a bunch of partnerships with some exchanges. Check those out if you want to support this show and what I've got cooking up. So I appreciate everybody. Have a great weekend. And who knows, maybe we'll see 70,000 very, very soon. It looks to be turning in that right direction. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys Monday.